Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Yes, people, it is Team Kop-Ish. We are back. And yes, people, it is correct. We have actually made the top 4. We actually did it, people. We beat Crystal Palace 2-0, courtesy of... Who scored again, Drift? What's his name? Certain people might have...
I don't know.
I don't know. Certain man might have said, like...
Certain man don't even want him here anymore, bro. But let's not start with that negativity, innit?
Yeah, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But now, Drift, come on now. Courtesy of Sadio, blouse and skirt, Mane. That's
he loves himself a brace on the last day, don't he, bro?
He does. He really does. He really does. What?
Could have had a hat trick, but we won't talk about that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true, bro.
I forgive him. I forgive him. He was trying to get the golden boot. He was trying to get the golden boot. I forgive him. So
many things could happen in this.
Any other day I would have gone in on him, because that was the easiest hat trick Sadio could have had if he'd have squared the ball. But he wanted the golden boot, and I understand it. So that it's neither here nor there, isn't it?
And I think Daniel Thomas sometimes says, "Shut up about selling Mane. Just be effing happy for one day." If he's
talking to me,
we're not talking about that today.
If he's talking to me, he might get shut down and being in the chat. Just confirm whether you're talking to me there, Daniel.
But we're not talking about, listen, we're not talking about no negativity today. We made the top 4. And if I'm not mistaken as well, let's see if I got this correct. So Aston Villa, if I'm not mistaken, people, they beat Chelsea 2-1, and Leicester City lost to Spurs 4-2, which means we actually finished in 3rd place ahead of Chelsea, who managed just to get through, even though they lost, because Leicester, dare I say, unfortunately, couldn't get over the line again. So, boy, if you're a Leicester fan, shout out, because it's hard. That's got to be a hard watch for you lot. I can't even lie. Let me bring a couple of chats in there right now in the building. You, man, I'm waiting for you, man, to get... Listen, there's now nearly 700 of you now in the chat. I want to see you smash that like button. We have just hit top 4. This season was basically over, yeah? And now, we somehow managed to get a little something. Listen, we're in full spot. Sorry, third spot. Big up Edward Papaloizu. Is that how you say it? I'm gonna say Edwards. I don't want to. I probably butchered it. Apologies. People scoff, but I always said we're qualified for the Champions League whilst Hoston was managing at Anfield. Big up yourself, Edward. Demo Dre, what's going on, bro? He says, just because I called it hashtag top 4, baby. That's what Demo Dre's saying. He did call it. He did say. So a lot of people were saying it. Even I said it. I said it with chest. Last couple of shows we get top 4, but I got shut down, Demo. I know how that feels. Bro. Just Lab says, big up Gucci Mane. Now time to call United fans. Boy, we might have to do that. We'll see what happens.
Do you know what, bro? You know,
yeah.
No, go to.
Yeah,
keep going.
Yeah. Sadiq Edwards says, Friday, we moved. Pun intended. Top 4, baby. And bear emoji smiling after that. You get me? Sorry, Jeff, what was you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, normally I keep the Magnums in the fridge for when I can fully sit down and enjoy them, and I have something else on the show. Yeah, it's a celebration, baby. So man had to get one out for today. All
right, listen. That's enough brandy. Brandy.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro. Brandy. All right, and if you're watching this, I beg you just give us a little sponsor on that. But I'm not even gonna put the lid back on. I'm gonna leave the lid off. Trust me, people. It's gonna be a mad show. Because I'll be real. This whole season, has just been a roller coaster. It's been full of negativity. It's been full of so much pain from everything. It's just, I know we're not celebrating, obviously, getting into top 4 like we won the league. But when you consider what we've had to go through, like, it's actually mad. And I just feel like it's the least we deserve after everything. Like, bro, we ended the season with Nat Phillips and Reece Williams playing centre-back, because our other centre-back, who we got on loan, because the others were all injured, he was injured and couldn't even play in front of the fans. That's crazy.
You know what, guys, said complete, because we got caught up in the gas of the show. Guys, Cal will not be with us today. but there's a tiny possibility he might jump in for a cameo. It's his little man's birthday.
Yeah, he might jump in.
He's got all the family round for the birthday today. So even though he wants to be, and I spoke to Cal just before we came on, he's like, bro, I'm going to try and make it. I was like, bro, if you can, you can. But obviously it's little man's birthday, so don't sweat if you can't. Yeah. So that's where Cal is, guys. He hopefully will be able to, even if it's just a cameo, jump in. But little man's birthday, so he's indisposed at the moment. You know what I mean? And
big up Cal as well, big up the family, and just big up everyone on a Sunday as well. It's a nice Sunday, you know what I'm saying? And also we might hopefully potentially maybe get a couple of other people on as well later on this evening.
You know what? For real, let's drop the beat for little man's birthday for real.
Yeah. Of course. Let me drop that down. But yeah, we might get a couple of people on, as I was just saying before we went on to the drop the beat. We might have a couple of people on. We'll see what happens, though.
Yeah. Could be a couple of special guests. Could be a couple of people.
I think my homie should be in there. Not going to give away the name, but I think her name might begin with a Z. And just saying, she might pass through.
And you know, bro, this is as good a time as any to let everyone know that within a week, we will be having the end of season roundup show as well. Now we know where we finished. Now we know where it all is. We can let the people know. And we're hoping to have a few special guests on for that one as well. So that should be a great show where we break down the whole season, go for it, talk about the good, the bad, the highs, the lows. And and we chop it up, guys, as well. So make sure you look out for that as well. Within about a week's time, we're going to have that. And I always look forward to that if there's something good that's happened at the end of the season. So cheers to that as well.
Trust me, my bro. Trust me. We read a few more super chats before we actually get into the game, because boy, this game was kind of mad. I can't. Can't even front. This game here, rather, super chats are actually flooding in. Right. Bogdan says Klopp has delivered. Now it's FSG's turn. You're damn right.
100%.
Klopp always delivers. Shout all you NBA men. Carl Malone, the postman, always delivers. Come on now, this is Jurgen now. He was never going to let us down. And when it really counted, the neither did the players, because that's what they're about. Mentality monsters, isn't it? That's what we do. Basti Fulton says, what an end to our season. 5 wins, built different. Moments rivals can only fantasize about. I love this team. Balls in your court now, FSG. I emojis. Just saying.
I like that super chat.
He's just saying. He's putting it out there. Shout out to Taishwan. Smoking that Leicester pack tonight. What are we saying? I think I'm having a drink on Leicester. I don't care.
You want to know what? Yeah. In all honesty, I actually feel like no. Get through the super chats and I'll talk about Leicester briefly.
Yeah. All right, Drift. Do me a favor. Yeah. Can you don't even matter if it's like, do me a favor and
get the hell out of here, man.
Get the hell out of here, man. With that, no, do me a favor. Yeah. Send the link because I'm on the thing. Send the link to Saint.
Okay. Cool.
Send it to Saint. Saint, I'm getting you on, my bro. Don't worry about that. Getting you on. What we got here? Why's my computer freezing? Please don't do this. No. All right, it's cool. It's back now. Savannah, Dina. I can't pronounce that last bit. Put respect on Klopp's name. # you never walk alone. Apologies if I did butcher that name. My computer's going a bit mad at the moment. It must be all of you in the chat, because right now it is ramming here over 1,100 of you in the chat. Big up Dennis Cry again. FSG cat Liverpool FC. Hello boys, what did I tell you? We will get top. Yep, you did. No, you did. A few of you did say that. Carbon front, a few of you did. Sam Max Legends AS says now Alisson's goal means everything. What a hero. You're damn right it does. It means the what? This is what I was saying. When Alisson scored, for me, that's what done it for us. Like when we scored, that's when I said we're getting top 4. Like
I remember you saying it. I do remember you saying it. It was
that belief thing of like.
Now I know you weren't pissing in the wind, bro. I can be there with you.
I won't pissing, bro. I tell you. Why are the super chats? I hear you. They come. It's like they're coming through weird. Kadir Hussain says, love you guys. Want to say thank you, Gini. # buzzing. Yeah, we're going to talk on Gini. We'll talk about Gini in this show.
There'll be a massive part of this where we're going to talk about Gini.
Yeah, and we'll probably go into it. We'll probably go into it again tomorrow. We'll probably delve into it a bit more, because I think there should be a segment tomorrow for Gini Wijnaldum, because
100%,
it's a massive, 100%. Massive talking point.
100%.
Massive. Big up JC84.
Bless up, man.
Let me move my camera a bit so you lot can actually see me even when I'm talking. Well, how about that then? They said it was a bad season. They said Klopp was finished. They said it was UEFA Conference League at best for us. Well, we have the last word and we say not today. Hashtag Mane, hashtag Gini, hashtag third, hashtag you never walk alone. Man, I had to make sure I said that dead right in the camera. You understand?
You know what? In terms of saying that we wouldn't make top 4, one thing I will say though, I think most of us, even we thought we wouldn't make top 4 as well. I'm not gonna lie.
2-3 weeks ago, the whole fan base pretty much. There was a few of you, so I'm not gonna say all of you.
Before the Man United game, Matt. The Man United game was the game that changed everyone's opinion on whether we could get top 4.
When we beat Man United, that's what I said. I think we're going to do it. But I wasn't beating chest, though. I wasn't beating, like, we're definitely. I was like...
And do you know what? Give credit to them. Arsenal beating Chelsea. I think it was the combination of us beating Man U and Chelsea losing to Arsenal that almost turned the screw totally. If everyone went, no, we can do this. Hold on a minute. We might actually be able to do this. Do you know what I mean? So
100%. Gangandi, he says, mission accomplished. Next season, let's go again. A wounded Liverpool gets top 4. FSG, over to you. Put your money where your mouth is. The majority invest in this wonderful squad so we do not stagnate next season. You never walk alone. You're damn right. We can't afford to stagnate, man. Like, we've got to keep on pushing and moving. Because if we don't, again, this season here, I feel like we've been let off the hook, so to speak. So it's up to now for FSG to kind of really, really back Klopp. Drift, if I can't bring up some super chats, just bring them up for me, bro, because my laptop is moving mad.
Yeah, no problem.
Mad. Doogie or Doggy, could be Doogie. Apologies. Good to see Mane score. Good momentum for next season. 100%.
Definitely.
Paul Squire, big at yourself. Third, I'm gassed. I had doubts. I can see Drifty with the Kop-Ish. Oh,
sorry. That was my
Paul
bad.
Squire. Yeah, it was on Paul Squire. He's talking about the Kop-Ish merch. There we are, with the Kop-Ish merch. Man are waiting. What man are waiting thing is long. I need to rep the best Liverpool YouTube channel. Trust me,
bless,
Paul.
man, bless.
If you've ordered it.
Look, who's that?
All right, man, like
it's the one and only.
It's Jurgen. Trust me.
You know what? And I just want to take this time quickly as well to just bless up everyone who's been hitting us up about the merch and purchasing the merch as well, guys. It's not a cheesy thing when we say we're actually mad, like humbled is the word. I think I'll say that everybody's been so like, you know what I mean, happy for the merch and just the overall support, man. So love to everyone, man. Big up.
100%.
This was the one of the other ones as well, bro.
Yeah, Vince's viewpoint says difficult season for us, yet we finished 5 points behind United's best season in a decade. Third means no Champions League qualifiers. Massive. Oi. That is so true. Man United fans were giving it to us. They've had the better season. Well, they finished second. They can still win a trophy. But when you deep it in the league, only 5 points ahead. Bruno Fernando, you know. That's how you know I'm gassed, you know. Bruno Fernandes has had an amazing season, but his standards even a lot of them are penalties. But they were talking the hardest. Only 5 points ahead. Really? Is that the gap that you're talking about? That's so big. Really? Is that what you man are saying? All right, cool. Say nothing. Vitu KH says, respect to Gini, gets so much slack, but today, if he's leaving, he signed off as a true professional. If Thiago wasn't so glorious, Gini would have been man of the match. So to know something, I'm going to say it right now. We're giving out double man of the match today, and Gini Wijnaldum is one of them. Not only did he put in a great performance, in my opinion, I think his character, he had the captaincy. Some people say there's games when he bottles it. If this is a guy that's leaving and had his last game today, you could show how much it meant to him. The only sad thing I'll say is it's a shame he didn't finish the game. But at the same time, it kind of didn't matter because obviously when the game finishes, I'm sure they'll do the little parade thing when they go around. And do you know what I mean? Gini can do his farewells because I think it will be his farewell, unfortunately. Yeah. 975 Jamrock, he says, Robbo with the robotic. I have the cross, the ball, whether there is one forward versus 3 defenders, whether it's clear, the cross will be blocked. Can he mix it up? Do you know what? I get what you're saying, but I will say just for today, I'm not trying to say we're not going to critique it later, but I think Robbo is tired. I think all the players are tired. We just needed the win today. No one played perfect today. Obviously, some people play better than others, but the main thing is, I think next season you'll see a sharper Robbo. I think you will. Because I hope to see Simicast get a few more games and that can give Robbo a bit of a breather, because you've got to remember something, people. Robbo's been playing day in, day out, so you kind of have to give man a blight. Dre375 says Mane man of the match. Oi, Sadio Mane.
So, do you know, bro? I had Donovan super chat and it's gone now.
Oh,
Guys,
hold on. I see it. I got it. Donovan says Klopp gonna be like my man from Avengers. Let him have his fun. When VVD and all the mandem, I think he meant all the mandem, not Madden. All the mandem are back on the pitch next season. Let's go. Hashtag you never walk alone. Oh, it's true though. But let him have his fun. Trust me. Is there any more that I can bring up?
Yeah, a couple more have just come through, bro.
A couple more snacks. All right, have they come through? All right, hold on. Bear me, people. When I say you, man, here we are. Yeah, Mr. Here's my rebuttal. Cow on his burner. Big up Kop-Ish, bros and FSG. Have to back Klopp this summer. If not, then on a real note, we riot because these pagans need to leave the club. Hey, happy birthday to Stevie. Well, yes. It was a positive and a negative. It does sound like Cal. It really does. Especially some of it.
Especially the Stevie part.
Stevie bit, yeah. Jeans2311 says, bros, first of all, congrats on the season. We are third. This is mad. Second, are you guys shipping merch to California?
Merch should be available in all territories, guys.
Yeah, but we will.
But if you're having an issue, hit us up. And then we'll try and sort it out. But it should be available to all territories.
We will look into it for you. So if you're in certain areas maybe where you think you're unsure whether you will get the merchandise, hit us up on a DM or whatever, and we'll just double check and just make sure that we can get that for you. But as what you said, we should be able to do that. So, do you know what I mean? Ernest Simon says, guys, nothing but love. Do you think Sancho coming plus more? Hashtag you never walk alone. Love this channel. Need some merch. Ernest Simons, bro. First of all, big up yourself, because I appreciate everyone even asking for the merch. It's actually, as you said, like I can't even put into words that we've actually, started this thing from about 4 years ago. Me, Drift, and a couple other people. Things change. You know what I mean? We evolve. Callum's on board now as well. And to think that we're now releasing merch as well, that's massive and it's humbling because we just saw ourselves as just Liverpool fans just want to talk, innit? All we was talking about, Jiff was like, no, we just need to talk about it because what's up, my people? Just a quick little insight. Me and Jiff used to speak, like we was live, like if that makes sense. So every time there's something to do, we're always talking. And Jiff said to me, you know what? We should just do something, like and speak to the people. And here we are now. It's mad. It's all mad.
It's mad, bro.
Well, like I say, it's love to each and every one of you, even if you're a hater, even if you got a burner account, even if you're a rival fan. On a real, because
Man City have shown us you need the haters.
No, you do.
No one don't give a fuck about them.
It's true. 100%, bro. But yeah, no, man, it's just crazy. And big up each and every one of you that come onto our shows, like every single show as well, because you can see that obviously we're trying to get to a certain level, and we haven't stopped yet. This is just the beginning, people. So with your guys' help, hopefully we can get even bigger and bigger. So and keep on pushing. Every single one of you on a real one. I'm a real one when I say that. Trust me. Let me see what else there is.
I've got another one here.
Yeah, bring it up as well, please, Jeff. AM says the intensity in the way we played in the first half reminded me of last season. Did it remind you of that last season, Jeff? The intensity from
the first half did. I mean, we'll get into it, but I feel like in the second half our intensity petered out a lot. But I think maybe that was because we had the goal and then we didn't have to chase the game anymore. But yeah, I think in the first half, it definitely felt a lot more like the team. I feel like the Burnley game felt a lot like last season as well. Like the last couple games have felt very good, to be honest.
Yeah. No, for real, you're right. I think so. It was nervy, especially first half, because we'll get into it. But yeah, first, 10 minutes, like 15? Palace were actually playing well, and we had to kind of show them, like, we've actually got something to play for. Well, you man,
they had the first opportunity.
Yeah. No,
in fact, they had the best 2 opportunities.
Yeah, bruv. Well, yeah, because we're gonna get onto that. Because Townsend.
Yeah.
Boy, I think that's the day when Andros Townsend realised not even Turkey can save your footballing ability. No, I'm joking. All right, big up Andros Townsend because I need the plug still. So big up. I'm just playing, my bro. I know someone's going to clip that up, but brother, it's all life. You know that. Same ends and that. You know what I'm saying? BC, no coincidence in FSG spending to make the squad depth better. It's all about the money ball philosophy. Is Arsenal not being in Europe better for them?
Depends which way you look at it when it comes to the Arsenal team, because I think it would have been hilarious for them to have to go all the way to, like, I don't know, like 1 week they're in Uzbekistan and then the next week they're in, I don't know, what's a far place in Russia? Like, I don't, like, I'm just trying to think of places in Europe that are far away, bro.
Yeah. No, for real.
And now Tottenham's got to make those trips, which is going to totally mess up their season. You know what I mean? But you know what Arsenal really escaped? They escaped being bantered for not winning the deadest tournament in the world. Because you Spurs now, Spurs don't win that trophy, bro. Bro, if Spurs do not win the Conference UEFA trophy, bro.
They probably won't. They've got no... Listen, look, I can see the chat's going mad. Listen, people, I'm coming back to you. Give me 2 seconds. I'm coming straight back to you. I've got to say this, yeah? They probably won't even win it. Harry Kane most likely going to go. I think it's going to go down to in my opinion, to the last day of the transfer window. I'm not going to say where I think he's going to go because he's going to be a Debbie Downer, but I think I know where he's going personally. That's just my instinct, so to speak. Gareth Bale, I don't think he's staying. I think he's going back. I think Real Madrid try and flog him. Or Gareth Bale, I don't think he's come back to Spurs, believe it or not, even though he's had a decent end to a season. So that leaves Son, who's in the middle of a contract renewal. Does he sign? Anyone that's seen the pictures of Spurs' new home kit, have you seen Son's face? What, modelling the kit? Bruv, he looks so miserable, like he don't want to be there. So Spurs have a lot of things to sort out. They're going to have to go for a rebuild once they sell Harry Kane. Kind of like what we did, dare I say it, under Suarez. They're going to have to go for... And even Coutinho. That kind of rebuild where you got to try and negate your way. Because I'm going to be real. Them 3 players I just mentioned, Kane, Son and Bale, are big-time players for them. Even though Bale's only on loan. You take them out, what's left with Spurs? All jokes aside, there's not much left.
You know, when we get the panel on later, let's chop up the other top 4.
Yeah, 100%. Drift, if you can, run through all these super chats, yeah? And I'm going to blitz them as fast as I can because there's so many people and I don't want to keep people waiting because there's 1,400.
It's more difficult for me to bring them up than you, but that one on the screen there ain't
my laptop is lagging for some reason. Gini Houdini, right? You can see how fast I can read people. So if I get a bit tongue twisted, it's because man's trying to read your chat. I don't want to miss out anybody, yeah? All right, Gini Houdini, it seems like the Senzu bean continues to heal Ox, but can't heal Naby. Yeah, we move still. Yeah, next one, Drift. Nah, big up Gini Houdini, though. All right, M to the O, big up yourself. Appreciate that one, my G.
Big up yourself, brother.
Amazing end to the season. You guys have been amazing with your content consistency, considering how busy the schedule has been, as well as how many downs we've had. Third is amazing, considering top 6 seemed a struggle. Merch ordered. Hashtag much love. Oi, M to the O, much love to you, my bro.
Bless, bro.
Trust me.
Bless, man. And we ain't that. And you know what? M to the O has been one of the #1 supporters of the channel for a long time.
He has been for time. Day one.
Big up yourself.
Paul Squire, just noticed merch is out. Had to cop a hoodie. Yeah, come on, Paul.
Big up yourself,
you know what?
bro.
If I get time, because my laptop's bugging, I'll try and see if I can post a link as well for the
it's in the description, guys.
It's in the description,
the link to the merch is in the description, bro.
Cool. Robin86 says, Gini taken off for a standing ovation, class from Young Klopp. Yeah, I was caught in 2 minds because I was like, he's taking him off. And then I thought about it and I thought, okay, standing ovation. And then afterwards, he's going to do a lap of honor kind of thing anyway. So, do you know what I mean?
You know what? I was hoping that he might have left Gini on a little bit longer.
So did I, like 85th or something.
Yeah, just a little bit longer. But he brought him off for the standing ovation. So big up to Klopp.
100%.
Anyway.
Mr. Tibbs09 says, I hope FSG executives are watching the Man City trophy lift as a reminder of where Liverpool need to be. Do you know what? I will say this.
I doubt they are, but I hope you're right, bro. The
pressure's all on FSG, but we're going to get into that either later on today or even tomorrow or as the weeks go by, because there's a lot of answers that we need from FSG. Scott Horn says, get in, lads. Glad we got over the line. Just pre-ordered the new kit. Looks pretty drippy, not going to lie. Do you know what? I said to Drift, in fact, Drift, you said to me, on the players, you were like, rah, it actually looks better than what you thought it did. And I was like, it's true.
I can't even lie. I can't lie. I have to admit, watching them actually playing the kit.
Yeah.
The kit's actually kind of, hey,
Kit's
it ain't
alright,
that
you know.
bad. When I watch
That
the whole
is.
team playing it, I'm like,
yeah, it's because as well, it wasn't, you know, with the pictures, we've seen orange, we've seen pink, we've seen dark red. As you said, Drift, I think you said to me, it's like a fluorescent red. So
yeah,
that's the
it does.
first time
With a hint of pink in it.
Yeah, I like it. I kind of like it still. I might have to get
Do you know what it kind of looks a little bit like? You know the kit that I love, the third kit from this season. You know that's like in my top 5 kits, Liverpool kits.
Yeah,
like the collar on that is kind of like a pinky kind of, and it looks a little bit kind of like that.
Like a
little bit. It's not really orange. It didn't look orange on the players anyway.
That's what I'm
it
saying,
didn't look
bro.
orange on
it
the
didn't
players.
Look orange to me. I
didn't.
kind of like it. Well, you know we're copping it. No pun intended. KJ Brown 94 says the standing ovation had me choked up. Yeah, do you know what? Like, Gini Wijnaldum. I don't even want to get into it now because I don't want to. We'll talk about Gini Wijnaldum a bit later, but I hear where you're coming from, KJ, because even thinking about it now that he's not even going to potentially be here, or no, potentially, we know he's gone next season. I don't know, at least a sour taste in my mouth because you guys know me on this channel for being a massive Naby Keita supporter, but if I have to be real, guys, if one person deserves to leave over the two, it's Naby Keita, not Gini Wijnaldum. And that annoys me because Gini Wijnaldum's body of work, Naby Keita can't even sniff it. He actually can't. And that's just me being real. Boo Reader, apologies if I've said that wrong. Is it Boo Reader? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm guessing.
Boo Rider, something like
Boo
that.
Rider, yeah, it might be Boo Rider. City are scary, fam. Yeah, City are scary. You're damn right they are, because look what they've just done. And they've done it without Aguero, realistically. They didn't really use the striker this season. To get Kane, my goodness. Edwards, I'm not going to pronounce your Papa. Yeah, I'm not going to try and butcher your surname. I think I've tried a few times before and I butchered it. Edward, I'm going to call you Edward P. I hope you're cool with that, bro. Ordered a new home kit with Thiago on the back. I just had to have a home shirt with that magnificent beast on my back. Oi, trust me, Thiago, you know. Jeez.
You know, G, I'm going to read out the super chat, then I'm going to reset my device because my one's starting to crash out a bit as well. So I'm struggling to help you with the chat, bro. Star Dazin, big up yourself, bro, with a big super chat. Bless up, man. Big up Kopish. This is my first ever super chat. They finally allowed me in my country. That's a shame. But no, bless up for that though, bro. With what we've been through this season, top 4 is massive. Hands in the air and 100 emoji. No, but big up for that Star. That was a big super chat. Thank you, bro. Yeah, bro. Why you just try and get through the rest? Let me reset the device so I can help you because my thing's lagging.
Yeah, cool.
You're even frozen on my screen at the moment.
Oh, am I frozen? I'm not frozen on this.
Yeah. I'll be back. Give me 1 sec, bro. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah. All right. A-Spec Limited. He said FSG gave Klopp 2 cheap centre-backs because they thought the Super League was going ahead, so wouldn't need top 4. They left him short and it backfired, but he still managed to get top 4. They owe him a war chest. A-Spec, 100%. Of course they owe him a war chest. Listen. I said to the man then, yeah, you got Reece Williams and Nat Phillips ending a season, yeah, where we're fighting, as you said, for top 4. We just got top 4 with those 2 centre-backs, and no disrespect to them, they were nowhere even in our rotation at the start of the season. What does that say? It's so true, bro. It's mad. Like the fact that we even done it with those 2 centre-backs, that's crazy. That is crazy. I'm just going to go through bare the chats because my computer's moving mad. Gini Wijnaldum, big up. All right, from Tony L. Bojan Pop says, no slander, we won. You're damn right. Who's you know what? Who's a fire? Who's fire? Is it who's fire? Is it who's fire? Absolutely buzzing. You're damn right. Kadir Hussain says, can't wait to see you guys truly blow up. Thank you, Kadir. Appreciate it, my bro. No, I'm not gonna say that one about FSG and that, you know. That's kind of mad still. Sean N said Liverpool with the love emojis and that Canada, Liverpool love from Canada. Big up Sean, big up yourself, my G. Klopp elevating. Damn right, man. You know he's elevating right now. Come on, man. Kop-Ish TV coming soon. Boy, man's just saying, innit? You never know, people. You never know. Kop-Ish TV and that, it might be a thing. Just saying. It could be a thing. It could be a thing still. Hold on. Did I just see my guy come in the chat? Apologies if I'm missing chats. I will get back to you. No beats. Yo, we done it, but we don't get signings. No, allow it. I get what you're saying. Let's see what happens now in the summer. Let's see, because I'm going to be real. You got a P5 now. Yeah, you got a P5. You didn't even think it might have been possible. I'm just saying. You got a P5. I didn't think it was going to be possible with Thiago, potentially. We got him. So I'm just saying now. P5, Thiago, this season coming, who knows? We might be able to get a top boy. Who knows? We'll see what happens, but I hear where you're coming from. I hear where you're coming from. Bring in a few more. Sam Max Legends. The worst injury hit seasons any defending champions had to endure. What will rival fans whinge about LFC now? 26 points from 30 stuff of champions who never walk alone. 100%. Bro, it's just do you know what it is? Let me be very, very clear. Do you want to know what's so mad, yeah? All right, let me see if my maths are correct here. You man can correct me in the chat, yeah? Because right now, I'm sipping the brandy. I'm reading about 10 million super chats. And I'm trying to control everything. It's not easy, right? But I'll say this. If I'm not mistaken, if we didn't lose those 6 games at Anfield and we won those games, so obviously we got 0 points for those games because we lost them, right? We would actually be in a title race. And I know it sounds as simple as that, but if we didn't have that, like that period of at Anfield where everything was just, we were just losing every game, we would actually be in a title race. So it's crazy to think that that one section, and I know it's a big section, but that one section of 6 games out of a 38-game calendar actually stopped us theoretically from potentially being champions. Deep that for 1 second and tell me if I'm right. Just saying. Boy, T1.
Well, how many points did we finish behind City in the end?
Well, we're on 69. I don't know what they finished on. I'd have to double check the table. But if you add, we dropped 18 points. It's 18. So what's that? That's that.
We
69, 89. That's 87. We would have been on 87.
People are saying we finished 17 points behind them. So literally, the run of defeats at Anfield is why we're not champion.
This is what I'm saying.
And the thing is, one of those defeats was to them.
Yeah.
Meaning if we don't win that, then they lose points as well.
Even a draw, we stagnate them. T1 says rather Chelsea or City in Champions League. I would rather City.
I'm gonna be real with you. Even though City are our rivals for the title,
I'd rather City.
That's the only reason they're our rivals. Chelsea have been our rivals from way back in the day.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm sorry. I don't want Chelsea winning shit.
Come, yeah, it's true, bro. Martin Rosario says, congrats on top 4 guys. Now pray my Juve get it too. Big up yourself, Martin.
What, can Juve fall out of the top 3?
Yeah, Juve in trouble, bro. They're in some serious
but they
trouble.
won the other day, though, didn't they? I thought they were in 2nd place.
They're in trouble, bro. No. Juve were getting hurt. Big up to you, Pixel. Sorry, Mr. Super Chat, my brother. I'm happy we made top 4, but this season we were more mentality midgets than mentality monsters. I'm still cautious to see what happens next season. 2 Pixel, bro. Come on. I get what you're saying, though, because... But I hear this, though, 2 Pixel. I hear where you're coming from, that we shouldn't be too gassed that we made the top 4. But you see what I just said there about the whole, if we didn't go through that mad spell. I remember during that mad spell, yeah, of us not winning at Anfield, I'm trying to think how many centre-back combinations we had and what the squad was looking like. I'm telling you from now, bro.
It's about 20, bro. 20
you know what it's like? See our squad there? It was like when you go, I don't even know, like, say you go Asda late at night and you want to go and buy bread and you look at the best before and the thing says tomorrow. That's all you've got to work with. That's all that is. You look at the shelf. No, there's none for 2 days, 3 days. That's all you've got is 1 day. That's what we were going through in that 6-game period. Man didn't have nothing to work with. Come on now. We had to play Henderson centre-back, Fabinho centre-back, probably Nat Phillips. Reece is probably in that rotation. Fabinho's probably in that rotation.
You know what it feels like yesterday when I went Tesco and I needed to get a baguette and they only had the Tiger Bread one that had clearly been there from the AM. And I was down there from time. I think it was about 7 o'clock in the evening. And if I'm being completely honest with you, bro, I gave that one little coom, 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 heard how tough that was, squeezed it, so there was no squeeze on it, and just put that straight back.
Bro, when that other bread's got no backlift.
Bro,
Just...
bro, a baguette that has been out all day is not for me, mate.
It's peak, bro. It's peak.
And you know, during the pandemic, I actually think it's really bad that they haven't covered up the bread. Like, I know that's to complete, but I feel like they should have had the bread closed up during the pandemic.
It should have been, in my opinion, like, if you deep it, it should be like in like a container. So they put like a lid over it, and then you kind of have to open it, use the thing, and then take it out.
No, they should have just sealed it, in my opinion.
Things that they're exposed in that. All I'm saying, things they're exposed in that. It's kind of mad. Are there any more that have I missed any more drift? Or
just this one for Monsieur. But guys, if there are any that have been missed, just briefly, just let us know in a non-super chat, and then obviously we'll Monster Army says title challenge all depends on stingy FSG. Do you want to know what? Yeah, this is one thing I will say, and I hope it doesn't come across like FSG. If we actually can go through next season without getting major injuries, and we only add 3 players, but these 3 players are very, very good, not necessarily world class, I think we put up a title challenge, because that means Virgil's fit, Gomez is fit. I'm counting Kanati in there in the rotation. That means Henderson's fit as well. In my opinion, I think Salah and Mane are going to be refreshed. And as I said before, you bring in 2-3 players, I think we go for a title challenge. I think Jota's fit. Remember, we've had like Diogo Jota's kind of played like half a season, so to speak, or just over half. Like even him as well, he was a major factor at one point. Then he got out injured. It's mad. Star Days in AED, big at yourself, says, guys, what do you think of the new kit? It looks way better than when from the one from this season. Also, what players do you think replaces Gini, the legend? Yeah, do you know what? Jeff, I'll let you answer that one. I'm going to make a bit of a bold statement here after looking like I weren't on this kit at all. Because of the similarity between the 2 kits, I'm actually kind of feeling this kit a bit more than the one we won the league in, you know, bro.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Nah, I'm just joking. All right, should we bring out the old one?
No, but you know, bro, but it's weird. Now I've watched them wear it. It is kind of wavy, bro. I can't even lie.
I can't even lie. It is. No, you're right.
Lie. It's kind of wavy, bro.
But I said this to you, man. Even though I couldn't tell whether it's orange or pinky, I said, and I remember you saying to me, "No, but bro, when Van Dijk wears it, it's always going to look a bit better." But that was kind of where I was going, though. If you can see your players wear it, and it looks better than a mannequin, so to speak, or we've seen the leaked pictures where it's on an ironing board.
Yeah.
Literally an ironing board. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm sure everyone's seen it, yeah? I was a bit like, it's flat, but I was like, it does look all right. I just need to see it live.
It does. It is quite nice. It is actually quite nice. I must admit, it's a lot better than I thought it was still.
It is,
I've got to hold my hands up on that one.
100%. Ali A said, guys, this ain't coming. It might be.
We're going to be bringing people in around 10 minutes, guys, so hold tight.
It might be. He might not be the only person. Just saying. Well, it might be. Who knows? Nana Aggie Man. Is it Aggie Man? Yeah, Nana Aggie Man. Phillips just emptied his pocket. Zaha was lurking in there. Gini is a legend. He was immense today. Thiago. Oh, lordy, what a player. Drift. Do you remember when I said to you, I cannot see. Was it you? Or was it Cannon? I said to one of you two, I said, you know what's so mad? Do you know how I know we're getting top 4? For some, it's going to sound silly, but I can't imagine Thiago playing Europa League. I couldn't even see it. I just couldn't see it. All that sauce wasted in Europa. Come on now. You really think Thiago is playing Europa League? Van Dijk, Salah, Mane. You think them man were going to play Europa? Bruv, I'm telling you. And I'll say it one more time as well, yeah? What's this? Let me quickly read this one, and I'm going to come back to something in a minute.
I can see a couple of people a bit upset with me about that New Balance comparison. Guys, we won the league in that kit. I know that kit is legendary.
Don't worry.
I know that kit is legendary, but because of the similarities of like that one has stripes and this one's got like the jagged thing, that's what made me make like a kind of comparison between the two. And And that kit will live in my memory forever, guys. I don't mean to be disrespectful to the league-winning kit. I'm just saying I kind of feel this kit might be a little bit nicer than that. And you know what? Hopefully we win the league in this kit, and then we can really make a comparison, innit? Because it'll be both kits we won the league in, innit?
100%. Basti Fulton says, imagine spending 200 million and finishing behind the worst champions of all time. Diogo is Werner's dad. He's damn right he is. I've got to bring something up. Where's Marky? All right, Mark, I saw your something. Where is it? Mark, hey, breaking news. Man like Matt is boarding a flight to Italy tonight to accelerate the Rodrigo de Paul signing.
What are you saying? You got your jab. You're allowed to leave, yeah?
This is my response, yeah, to me potentially, and I say potentially, going to Italy. Just saying, I might be going still. Might be, who knows? Mr. LFC21 says, miss my super chat. Did Gini's guide of what? Sorry. Did you see Gini's guide of honor have Mantina? We finished with the fourth best defense in the league, only behind City, Chelsea, and yeah, I know that. Arsenal. Arsenal.
I haven't had a chance, but I'm gonna watch it afterwards, though, guys. Still,
that's crazy, you know.
I know it's gonna get me emotional. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was emotional during that game. But when they interviewed Gini before the game, and Gini was talking about how much he loved being here and stuff, I thought he's blatantly going. He's blatantly going. There's no way they would call him out for an interview. It's his last interview as a Liverpool player, isn't it? And we'll get onto that later, because you lot know how I feel about Gini leaving. I'm vexed Gini's going.
100%. Like, I'm fuming. I'm actually fuming.
And I tell you what, apparently it's actually Bayern Munich that he's going to. And that lets you know if but apparently it's Bayern Munich he's going.
Is that what Fabrizio tweeted?
When a team of that level wants
people, let me know.
That shows you we shouldn't even be letting him walk away. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm vexed, these guys, man.
Hold on, I'm just putting something in the chat now. Hold on, people. Hold on. Another miss super chat. Oh shoot, did I take that off? My bad. Vitu KH says Fabinho player of the year, Fabinho for me. Saved our season dropping to centre back, revived and saved again, returning to midfield. Can't always credit the strikers. Do you know what? That's fair to say. Yeah. I think Fabinho's definitely
we'll discuss that when we do the season review. But you know what? I think it was you. Yeah, it was you, Matt. I was talking to. It wasn't Cal, because I didn't get hold of Cal during the game. I think in the last couple of weeks, Fabinho has been dead, but I think it's because he's ran out of steam. I think you're looking at a player there who ran himself into the ground for about 35 games. And he's kind of within his right to be knackered now. The man has played every position, been mentally and physically dragged through the mud. He had an injury of his own as well, where he missed about a month as well. Fabinho's been on absolute smoke. But we won't give away who we think the player of the season was, because we'll save that for the review. But yeah, Fabinho, he's been an absolute legend for us this season, without a doubt.
100%. Hold on, what am I seeing here? Fabinho is the GOAT, you know. Fabinho's the GOAT. Let me see what else. Is there anything else I've missed? Oh, sorry. 1975 Jam said, did you guys see Miss Super Chat in regards to Trent? Yeah, bring that back up, because we might have missed that still. I didn't see it.
In again, bro. So, bro, before we bring the people in, let's just quickly go through the what we think of the game. Game started a little ropey.
Yeah.
They had two chances. One when Zaha absolutely skinned Phillips, and a big save from Ali as always. Save from Ali as always. Then Trent makes that mistake. Townsend's bearing down on goal. I'm thinking, no.
Bro, when Townsend was through on goal, bro, I said goal, innit? I just said goal. I just said in my brain, I was like, it's a goal. It's a goal.
Ali come up with a big, like he made himself big.
Yeah.
Cut off all the angles. He puts it while we catch a blind. Then Reece Williams misses our chance of the thing. Like, Reece has got to score that. I know he's only 19. I know he's a youth, man. but he
He
had
should
the
have
whole
scored,
of
though. You're right.
Anfield
He
to
should have scored.
himself.
He should have scored.
He had
to
the
score.
whole of
He had
Anfield
to.
to himself. And you're like, nah, not today, please. Then Mo has a couple of half chances.
Yeah.
And it gets to about the 40th minute. Mane comes up with a beautiful assist from Bobby. I'm calling it an assist.
You called it
Bobby
assist,
meant
you
that.
know?
He meant it.
Yeah.
And then Mane tucks away the was about 2 yards out, maybe.
Yeah.
We go 1-0 up, and that just settles the nerves, because at that point we was looking a little bit, you know what I mean?
We're looking nervy. We're looking nervy.
And I think we came out in the second half, and I kind of think we cruised through the game because we kind of could. We're always in control without being in control, if that makes sense.
Yeah, especially second half.
We weren't
100%.
dominating in that kind of way where it never looked like Crystal Palace could do anything. But we had the lead, so I think we knew we kind of had control of the game.
Yeah.
I think the midfield in the second half was probably the best part of our team, because they did kind of play the ball around a lot. They were doing a lot of nice passing. Thiago, Fabinho, Gini, they were making sure we didn't lose the ball and stuff. I think for the majority of the game, Trent was involved, as always. He totally redeemed himself for giving away that chance to Townsend by putting in some lovely crosses. He was playing well, making good runs and stuff. And then with about maybe 18 minutes to go, I think it was at the 72nd minute when Sadio scored the second goal, and kind of
something like that.
fully put all the nerves to bed. Like
Just killed the game. Yeah, Sadio killed the game.
After a
key
beautiful
goals.
bit of interplay between Trent and Salah unselfishly playing it, Firmino with the kind of like decoy run. Playing the ball out to Mane. Mane takes the left foot strike, takes a slight deflection, 2-0. And then from that point, I think that was when the team believed we could get over the line. And then they
knew when Mane scored the second, it was done.
Managed the game. Got a tiny bit nervy when they had 1 or 2 free kicks from a little bit of maybe tired tackles from us. Schlupp came on, he's got a bit of pace, causing a little bit of problems. And we know Milner likes a good, kick a man in his shin 25 yards out. So they had one of
he does. He does, always. Milner
he loves a little kick a man in his shin from 25 yards out. So they had 1 or 2 little nervy moments, but Ali did well. Defense did well. And overall saw the game out. And apart from when Ayew showed that he was a little hot under the collar, he didn't want none. He didn't want none from.
When I saw Trent do this,
he didn't want none of that. He didn't want none of that. He did, because the way Trent just looked down on him, like, don't let me Gomez and Raheem Sterling you, bro. Don't let me
pick him up for the armpits and that.
Yeah. Don't let me school you, little man. Just because you got hair, don't mean you got a hairline. Yeah. Don't let me. You know what? I always think to myself, when Manima got that V, do you make the decision to go ball because it just don't look right, bro?
Man said a V. One thing I said, I ain't got no V. You know?
And he ain't even got the V, bro. He's got the U. Because, the front ain't sharp, but
just allow it. Listen, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave you there.
But he tried to square up to Trent, bro. Man ain't
I got to bring on the people.
Who does he think he is, bro? Who does he think he is trying to square up to Trent like that, bro? I don't know who.
I said the U, not even the V. Listen, people, now I'm going to bring on one of my homies, and let me see if I can bring her onto the stream. And yes, there she is.
What's going on,
Zane?
I'm so buzzing and so happy because I was so stressed out.
Exactly. And I can't, listen, think of it like this, yeah? 3 weeks ago, we pretty much, in my opinion, had no chance of getting top 4, top 3, whatever. We didn't have a chance. And now, the way how things have changed, and we get top 3, I call it top 3 because we didn't get 4th, we got 3rd, we got top 3, yeah? Last game of the season. Listen, talk to me, Zane. What's going on? What's going through your head? Talk to me.
I just can't believe it, to be fair, because I was looking at the record we were having, I think, February, March, when we kept losing and drawing games. And even when we drew Leeds and Newcastle, I kind of was thinking top 4 is gone, no way we're going to get it. But it's just unbelievable. Yeah. I think it just shows everything what Liverpool is about, that we fight until the last moment. And when everyone is giving up, when everyone is making fun of us, we make a comeback. And in a season like this, I think that's a huge achievement, and I'm super happy.
100%. And if I'm not mistaken as well, Zane, can you just remind the people who your favourite player is? Because I think there's been a few people this season. I know it's not drift because some people might even say it's me. But
is there a mirror in front of you?
No, I'm just speaking. Hear me out, people. I'm just saying. Zane, can you just remind the people who's one of your favourite players and whether they had a big saying today? Just let me know that, please, Zane. Yeah, please let me know.
Number 10, it's Mane. Absolutely buzzing. I think he deserved that. He really deserved that to show all of his haters and so many of our fans who had completely written him off what he's about. And maybe he missed the fans. Maybe he just got his spark back. It's a pity that it didn't happen a bit sooner. But I'm so happy for him, and I hope he stays.
Yeah, no, I think
100%.
Sadio Mane for me is obviously it was his worst season in a Liverpool shirt when you think about the standards that he set. I know Drift has from day one. Drift, especially on this channel, has always been saying, "Listen, he's going through a bad patch. He's having a bad season," and I agree with him. I think there's been times when Mane has had really, really bad games, but I've never once said, and people can quote me, I've never once said sell him. I've said maybe drop him for a game or whatever. He's got to find confidence. And I said, it's burnout. I said he needs a rest. He needs a break. I think going into next season, I think Sadio Mane is going to potentially have one of the best seasons he'll ever have next season. Because I think he's going to press the reboot button, even a bit like Salah, believe it or not. Because even though Salah had a good season numbers-wise, I actually think Salah is going to have a better season next season, especially when everyone's fit. Do you agree?
Yep. Yeah, totally. And I think, Mane could have had a hat-trick today as well, but Salah was a bit selfish, which is understandable because he wanted the golden boot and we were already 2-0 up. But yeah, I agree. I think everyone, as Van Dijk called it, the comeback season. So everyone will want to prove that we can challenge for Prem title, we can challenge for Champions League. And this was a one-off, and I said on my Twitter that I don't think that any other team could do what we have done. Finish third with almost no centre-backs playing or centre backs, and then for how many centre back pairings we had, it's ridiculous, and we did it. It doesn't. It's like after Alisson's goal, it doesn't feel real yet, but we did it.
100%.
Matt, let's just get through some of these super chats.
Bring them up. Yeah. So
cool. Start with the Pixel one, bro.
Yeah. 2 Pixel 2. He says, I agree with everything you said, Matt, but I've got to be real. We all know as signing FSG gonna get what Mitch from the construction site, innit? Listen, 2 Pixel, today there is no negativity. Yeah, we just won a game. We got into top 4. We finished in 3rd. I hear what you're saying. We'll delve into that a little bit later, but I understand your concerns because with FSG, they talk a big game sometimes. And let's be real, after the Champions League win, I remember J.W. Henry done an interview where he said, we'll give Klopp what he needs. And then they go and sign 2 players. One was Harvey Elliott. One was the centre-back, the Dutch guy, young, I've forgotten his name, 18 years of age, Sepp Vandenberg, and Adrian on a free. So there you go. Adam LFC says Liverpool have earned 58 million for finishing 3rd. Go get Kanate, done now, no excuses. Gini doesn't want to leave. You can tell by his interview after the game. Listen, okay, all right, let me read this one because we'll talk about Gini and Adam afterwards. Promo, he says Mane still has lost a yard of pace. Let's see next season. Do you agree with that, people? Has Mane lost a yard of pace, in your opinion?
Yeah, go and ask the Crystal Palace right back today. I can't remember his name. He got absolutely spun on the sixpence about 15 minutes into the game. He ain't lost pace. He's just tired. Have any of you ever ran a marathon and then tried to sprint to the finish line at the end? I can tell your legs are like jelly. It don't matter what you do, you can't sprint. I said there was one super chat that we just missed that for some reason had come off the screen. I can't remember who it was, but bro, send it in again. Apologies, it completely came off the screen.
Cool.
But yeah, if you don't want to say Mane's lost pace, then that's fine. People still in the doubt about when he gets a brace. All right, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not saying anything anymore. We're not even talking about tomorrow, man. I'm just going to let people know from now because, as I said to you, I don't want this to become a thing where people get an excuse to bash Mane, or it even comes across like you and Cal are putting him down. So tomorrow, we're not even having the argument about how many good seasons Mane's had when he was at his
Why are you
best,
gonna try and throw
whatnot,
shade
whatnot.
in there?
No, because what I'm saying is, we're having a conversation where I'm bigging him up and you lot are kind of going against him, so to speak. It comes across in a negative way just in general, and I don't want that. There's no negativity towards Mane anymore. I'm sorry.
Wait,
Stop the foolishness now. It's all
We
foolish.
are going to address these issues, yeah,
Look at the
on
smile.
Monday.
Look at the smile.
Look at yes, Cal. What's going on? In fact, go on, Cal. Go on, Cal. You know what? I need to bring up. Listen, I'm bringing up my brother as well. Yes.
Look who's in the building.
Come on.
Come on, gang business. Jake.
They said they're going to finish 10th, guys. They said they're going to finish 10th, and look where we are.
I am going to be obnoxious.
Zane, Nick, Saint, Drifty, man. They said we're going to finish 10th.
Tell them, man, they said no. You have Europa Conference League and them things there.
And they had a fantastic season. They said, look at me, I'm running around. Where's Arsenal?
Hey, got them stanking in that. Got them stanking and they have to go to Uzbekistan.
Do you know what? Like, listen, people, I'm dropping the beat for everyone in the chat. Everyone that's come on the stream. Cal, Saint, Zane, I'm dropping the beat for everyone, man. We got to celebrate. I know we didn't win the title, yeah, but we got third with Reece Williams and Nat Phillips. Say, oi, Thiago, hey, Thiago Alcantara, hey, Thiago, hey. There's a dropping beat. Let me calm down because I'm acting like we've won the league here. Let me chill for a bit. I'll let you lot take the floor for a bit. I'm gonna chill. But
you know what, Shaka? James has got the link, bro. Let's hope that he can make himself free. He's got the link.
But I want to go around to each and every one of you first, yeah. So, Drift.
Can I go first? Because I've got to shoot off.
I was going to say, sorry, Cal, you go first because I know you got to shoot.
First and foremost, obviously, Matt Drift, big up for sorting out the stream and that. So I couldn't be on from the beginning and stay for longer.
Why not?
We could see the church in the background. Little man comes first. You know that, bro.
Yeah, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, I had to celebrate for Stevie's birthday. Zane, Shane, pleasure to be in the stream with you guys, celebrating. Guys, look, listen, yeah. Back in January when we had all these injuries and everyone wrote us off, including me, I'm one of the biggest ones that writ us off. I said we couldn't do it. Top four is not happening. For us to turn it around the way we've turned it around, I've got nothing but love and admiration for those players because they had to dig deep, like deeper than we've had to see them dig. And even though it's not a trophy, even though it's not a cup win, to do this with the situation that we're in now, with all the injuries, with all the stuff that happened with Alisson's dad, Klopp's mum, may they rest in peace to both of them. The owner situation, Super League, the Man United game getting postponed because of the protests, everything that could have happened to go wrong to us this season happened. And we still came out on the other side. You see us, right? I hate to jump on it, but we are mentality monsters for a reason. When the chips are down, you can't doubt this team. The mentality, the strength, the unity in this team, it makes me proud to be a Liverpool fan, and I love the team to bits. And I see us going up and beyond from here. Like, hey, today I'm smoking on that Callum and Matt pack because I'm sad with the team, innit?
And that same pack, bro. I know when I'm
Mane was absolutely sensational.
I'm going to shoot off, but obviously I'm going to catch up with you, man, separately. Zane, Saint, love you guys. Matt Drift, you know how it is. I'll give you guys a shout.
Yeah, man. Cool, give little man a hug as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Love to the family, that, bro. I'll talk to you in a bit anyway. Yeah. Cool, my bro.
See ya.
Listen. No better way for Cal to come into the stream and that. Trust me, it is absolutely levels today. I don't care. yes, I will stress it one more time. We didn't win the title today, but it's about what we've gone through this whole season. This whole season has just been loads of negativity, and bare ups and downs, especially more downs than up. When you think about it, the injuries, COVID, Jurgen obviously losing his mother, Alisson losing his father, players getting injured long term, Virgil van Dijk, Gomez, Matip, Henderson, Jota getting injured, Salah getting COVID, Mane getting COVID. There's so many things. People forget Trent got injured as well.
And COVID.
Yeah, there's so many things.
Simicast.
Simicast. Listen, we bought a centre back, from Preston who didn't play one game, but we saw him in a commercial for Liverpool. That's all we saw.
Even Alisson got a bad injury at the beginning of the season where you had to bloody play Adrian and Kelleher.
It's been absolutely crazy. So this is why the way how we're celebrating now, people might say you're going overboard, but nah, man, it's one of those things where we've had to go through so much, man. We needed this as a fan base. We needed this for our club, because I think it would have been so unfair on us to not get top 4, considering that we never really had a real fighter's chance. They took away all of our weapons, went into the lines then with no weapons, and we came out still breathing. That's how I see it. That's exactly how I see it.
Let's get through a couple of super chats before you go around the room again, bro. Cool.
Psalm 4 says, salute Kopish, no better way to celebrate top 4. Yes, big up, man. Trust me. It's how we do, man. You know what I'm saying? Shaka A says, Cowsey in Paris recruited Mbappe. Oh, hey, listen, I was looking at the background. I was just expecting someone to say, I don't know, croissant? Croissant? I was expecting someone to say something. What too sure?
Bobby, he's taking him to church, bro. What are you saying?
Boy, you never, listen, I was trying to check the background still. Zaburi, should I? Nah, I'm just going to say I'll leave that. Big up yourself, though. I'll say it there. Matt, what you say? Because listen, people, just show some respect in it. I get what you're saying. Like, listen, I respect everyone's opinion, but just be, you know what I mean? Be careful what you're saying. Just respect everyone, man and woman. Yeah, we're both to see him. Yeah, you understand? So just be careful that people we're going. Tete Q says, big up Kopish, great season with your content. Would have been painful otherwise. Drifty, we kept the faith with Mane. Now FSG spend some money.
Don't know.
You know what? I don't need to just. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna go on a Mane rant. I'm not gonna do it. It speaks for itself. You know, certain time when man know themselves. Man, Zane, you know people knowing it. Like we don't need to say anything. They know. Like there was talking about
conversation to be had, though, Drifty. There's still a conversation to be had, but we'll have that. I said there's still a conversation to be had.
Like, there's no convo, you know, bro.
There is a convo, bro.
He was late home a couple of times. He was late home a couple of times.
People, I think this is gonna happen. It'll be 2 against 2. It'll be Zane Drift versus me safe. I know. Let's go for it. We'll go for the chat. I think the Mane conversation will come for another day, because I think the Mane thing. I've always said never sell him. He's just having a bad season. I think, in my personal opinion, if you're saying sell him, for me personally, you're going too far the other way. Like, you can say someone's like not playing well, or do you know what I mean, or maybe even on a decline, maybe, and I don't even think he is. But to say sell him, I'm not on that. So I'll leave it there.
I think I have to go, guys, now, because
okay, cool.
Another podcast, so
thank you again, Zane, for coming on the show. Appreciate that, man.
Bless for coming on now, man. We'll talk.
You'll be back on very shortly, so don't worry about that. You'll be back on.
Cheers, guys, and we move, don't we?
Always come on now. Obviously.
Okay, guys.
All right, take care, Zane. Yeah? All right, bless. But do you know what? I'll just say this, with the whole Mane thing,
You know, bro, I can tell the Mane team's going to drag out. Let's get through these.
Yeah. Man want to celebrate. Man want to celebrate in that. Man want to celebrate.
We got energy.
For real. We bring a couple more chats in there.
No, that one on the screen right now is ready for you, bro.
Yeah. No, didn't I say that one?
No, I don't think you did.
I did. Tete Q. Yeah, I did, bro. I did.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, Vince's viewpoint. Enough of saying top 4, y'all. We made podium. Top 3, y'all. Top 3 selected. Oi, man, like gets you know. Top 3 selected.
Hey,
Oi, you done.
who's on the panel? Hey.
Bruv, listen, we move people.
Hey, Hammers has got the link, right?
Yeah, I sent it to him, bro.
Okay, yeah. He's obviously busy, guys.
You know what Hammers is like.
If he can make it, he'll make it, guys. If he can make it,
he'll jump on. Don't worry about that. AAA OM says no other English team would finish third if they had the same problems we had this season. Big up Kopish, and let's hope we sign an attacking mid and striker. Boy, do you know what? I'm on the same thing. All I will say is, I think there will be a few outgoings this season, and I think there will be a few incomings. I don't think we're going to get 5 or 6 or 6 or 7 like we may think we need. But me personally, I see 3 players coming in. I see 3, and I think there might be some.
But Lengman though.
Yeah, I know. I think if I'm being real,
it needs to be proper.
If I'm being real, all right. This is how I see it, guys. Yeah, if we get Kanate, I just see him as talented and good. Yeah. But you see the other 2, I think there's potential for them to be Lengman, all because we finished in top 4. You get what I'm saying? So I think that it's up to FSG now.
And like Drift said, like let us not forget in it. These men still owe us, bro. You know them way there. Like,
Super League, top
4, like you still need to go in your pockets, and do you get me?
Like, 100%. Basti Fulton says, who's your player of the season and which is your game of the season? Ooh, Saint. I'll let you go first, my G. What are you saying?
I was going to say, because we need to save that for the breakdown.
I was going to say the player of the season I might leave, because you want to do... I don't know if I say my player of the season, but do you get me? You don't want to do the whole...
Yeah, do you know what? All right, well, I'll let you say yours then. I feel a bit bad, man. I can't say mine because we got something lined up.
We'll hold yours.
Yeah.
Bruv, come on. My thing's modelled on him, rude boy. You know way there.
Man, like Thiago and that, you know. Thiago and that.
No, you know what? Thiago's been saucy in that, but if you're going to say my player of the season, it has to be Flacco. It has to be Flacco. Like, you know, the ones there has to be. Because, like man said, I think someone said it in an earlier comment, bro, like, I was saying with chest, man, is top 3 selected CBs earlier on in the season. CB,
Trust me,
bro. You know them way there.
Yes, of course.
So I'm saying, like, no one couldn't say nothing to me. Like, he was top 3. He moved into that position, playing next to Reece Williams, playing next to Nat, but doing all sorts and commanding. It was one game, City game, where he looked a bit higgy, but he was holding that injury. Remember, he was holding that injury. So, like,
I remember.
Moved him into DM, and he shut down our win percentage since he's come back to DM. Madness. And Drift, you're right. He's been swag for the last couple of games, but just his presence alone in there.
Even when he's having a bad game, one thing I like about Fabinho, because he's got a high footballing IQ, he will give away them bad or them tactical fouls, you know. So when he knows he's beaten, here's the thing, you know, sometimes we look at man and go, oh, Fabinho, man, like he gave away a foul, bro. One thing I like about him, he understands danger. He can sense it. If he's beaten easily and he's like, flip, I can see the defenders are like maybe out of position, whatever. He will foul a man. And it looks sloppy on our side. But when you deep it, it's a great tactical foul because it's exactly what Fernandinho does. Exactly the same. That man got the same footballing IQ, you know. That man understands the game.
He'll lose the ball to a man, but won't chase that man and go and foul next man off the ball. You know them ones there?
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like, that's techie still, like, do you know what I mean?
Trust me.
And West Brom has to
got one more man like Conroy in the building.
All right, Conroy.
Come on.
Over that hill, say,
hey,
big up, guys.
Let me say my one thing, my one piece in it. Let me say my one piece. That's
yeah.
I've never said that we need to sell Mane. Like
Thank you. I know you haven't. I know you haven't.
Been on that. Mane is one of my biggest, like, come on, like I love Mane, innit? The only thing is, you know when, like, come on, we're all, like, when you're African or when you're, do you know what I mean? When you got your parents here and you're looking at next parents, you're like, I wish I had them, like, they let Stevie do all types of madness. My mum's not like that. Like, how long can you continue wishing like that? You know them ones there before you get a slap round your head? You just got to be like, right, my mum's not with the fuckery. Man's just got to just move. That's how I was moving. Because in my head, you're right, bro. The only thing that Mane needs, or what's really going on with Mane is exhaustion. Now, how do you get over exhaustion? Is rest. But Mane don't rest because of our team. And then when he's finished our team, man drinks a cold juice and then hops into AFCON. You know them way there? And then does a one stitch and then goes to the World Cup and then comes back. And then, so I'm thinking, he's not going to get the one thing that we know he needs. And our owners are on some dibby joke thing. Like, they're not really going to, like, you know them ways there? Because really what I want or what we need or what should happen is FSG go, brother, take your rest because we've got Sancho or we've got, do you know what I mean? Or whoever, we've got options. So man can actually chill. But I don't care, like, 40 minutes on the side to be brought on in the second half ain't rest, boy. You know, them ones there, like, that's what it is. But I'm 100%. Very happy for him to come and do his thing, do you know what I mean? And show us that, yo, this is what I'm about. That's all I gotta say. We'll talk about Mane later.
We move. But guys, let's move on to the player ratings. So listen, we obviously only one place to start. We'll go Ali. Saint, I'll come to you first. What are you giving Ali, fam?
Throughout the game, I don't think he had much, but first half he was working. He had a couple. First half, I think do you know what I mean? He made a couple saves and that. I like his performance, bro. I'm gonna say 8.5.
8.5. Okay, Jiff, what you said? I think 8.5.
Yeah, I you know what? I'll give him an 8.
8.
But
I was gonna say 8 as well. No, but listen, last game of the second
half, he didn't have that much.
I'm not gonna lie, you know how it is. It's the last game of the season. You might get a little.
Yeah, no, I hear that. But only based on the fact that he didn't have much to do in it. But it wasn't because he played bad. It was because I think in the second half he made a really good catch from a free kick that they had in around the 80-something minute. But other than that, he pretty much didn't have that. I tell you one thing, yeah. You see that passing out from the back thing? No one made any mistakes or anything. I don't like it, you know.
I was just about to say that, bro.
I don't like it, bro.
You know what? Panicking.
I'll give you one thing, though. One time when he had the ball, man was on him, and I don't know what he done. Maybe just stepped on it or something. He sent man, and I was like, but even my heart was like, Ali.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. He did a little double step, and it was like, okay, you're cool. But bro, don't do that, bro. Don't do that, man. I don't need you to do that. And you know what? It's not even just Ali. That passing out from the back thing when you've got Fabinho, when you've got Phillips and you've got like Reece and if we're doing passing out from the back of Gomez and Virgil and them man are there, then all right. But don't do it when you got Phillips and Reece and them man.
They flip the ball like it's nothing, and they fling it back to man, and then like you're under pressure, and just fling it back to him. I'm like, brother. Relax.
Yeah, like just get rid of that, man. Just move.
No, it's true. It's true. That man have my nerve. I can't even lie. I'll give Ali an 8 as well, though. I'll give him an 8 as well.
Yeah, I think you're
right. But before we move on to our next player, I think we've got another guest in the show. I think certain man know who he is. Let me bring him on screen. Yes. Yes, man, like Conway and that. What's going on? Conway's that going on? Man's got the Ray in that.
No.
Bro. You know
every man is getting lit.
Not tonight. That was yesterday. I'm surprised.
That was yesterday. You're recovering.
I'm surprised I watched the game. I actually told Saint to text me the score, but I'm only joking. But it was a heavy one yesterday. But no, pleasure to be here, guys.
The pictures and it was a bag of juice.
No, I know, because it's actually you can't get it like you used to get it in Witherspoons or spoons. You can't get it now. So it was my girlfriend's birthday like this weekend. So one of our friends got that in. I wasn't drinking it, I'll tell you that. But the rest of them had it. Our night finished about 10 last night because I don't think anyone could stand. So
you can just give it a one whiff. And that'll do you.
Blows your head off. Blows your head off.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You see, if you're gonna touch the rare nephew, I think you've got to like work your way up to it. You can't dive in the deep end with the rare nephew.
Is he man talking about rare nephew on the rocks or something? You.
Yeah.
You said that.
For me.
Listen. You.
Me.
Drifty.
But Drifty, I was gonna say, hey, me.
No, but what I'm saying is, bro, we're kind of used to it though. If you've never had it before,
I ain't gonna front. I am.
If you've never had it before, let me break this down to you.
Drift, if I get into detail, you might not. You know I can hold my drink in it. You seen what I'm about?
Yeah. Of course.
There you go.
You're talking about rare nephews on the rock, so I know you can hold your drink.
I know.
I won't even go into
even in Scotland, that's a bit like
people who don't know anything about it. Ray Nephew is so strong that during COVID you could use it as hand sanitizer.
It will start your car, rude boy.
I just want you to deep that for a second. It's strong enough that you can use it as hand sanitizer. Deep that for a moment.
It's peak.
It's the top of the tree,
bro.
It's a cheap night out. When you used to go out up to the town, say maybe you go to Spoons to get a cheap drinks, what we used to do is we'd have a shot of Ray Nephews before we went to like the clubs and stuff. But it blew your head off. You'd have one shot, and then the rest of the night, you'd just be like, it was a cheap night though. Cheap night. Have a Ray Nephew if you want to save money. People don't understand though. The people who are watching this, honestly, it's like moonshine. It actually blows your head off. And fair play, if you can have it on the rocks, fair play.
On the stream, I was like, I said this guy.
Yeah, I've had that a few times on the rocks. I can't even lie. And don't get twisted. Obviously, like, it depends how. If I'm drinking it for the whole night, then obviously, man will get lit. But if I have like a couple, then I might go into a brandy or whatever. Then I'm actually calm, you know. I'm actually calm.
Was it you that said the drought and then the Ray Nephew? Or was it
Henny? Henny.
You said the Henny.
Yeah, it's the Dragon and Henny, bruv. Yeah,
I'm gonna try that one still.
The shit, bro.
You need to contact the supplier. You could get. They could be they knew the resurgence of Ray Nephew on Kopish. Just the sponsor.
I wish we even reached out to them, man. We shouldn't be talking about them because they didn't let us.
We've given them enough.
Yeah. Bless the brothers with a couple of bottles and you know what I mean. We'll talk some more, but you know before we get Conroy's player rating on Ali, let's just get through a couple more super chats.
Yeah. Calm. Mohammed Khalif says third only behind second by 5 points. That says it all. It's true. Man United fans were talking the hardest. They were talking.
Their best season.
In a decade. Star Dazing says they had audacity to call us the worst champions. Yeah, I know. And here's the thing: people don't like to throw in context when they say that as well. They'll just say, "Oh, look at the champions; they finished third." Go watch the tapes, and go and see what happened to us in the first 5 games, and I'll leave it there. 975 Jamot says, "Sorry, but TAA always trying to play that. Did you see that pass from Trent Ball? Will catch up to him in a big game. His head is getting way too big." Do you know what we'll say about Trent? All right, here's the thing. Trent can be lazy when it comes to his attacking play. That is very true. But I think if there's one player in our team that can play that pass over and over again, and it might work 1 out of 5, it is Trent, because he's got the ability. I know sometimes he can spam it and it gets a bit mad, but let's just give man a bly because he hasn't had a great season. He's come back from an injury. He's had to play against makeshift centre-backs throughout the whole season. He's had no consistency with those centre-backs either. So at one point he got used to either Gomez or Matip. He's playing next to Nat Phillips. He's playing next to Reece. He's playing next to Kabak. He's playing next to the hologram that was supposed to be there but never actually turned up. It's been a lot for Trent. So let's give him a bly. And not only that, his tag team partner, Jordan Henderson, who always helps him out on that side as well, hasn't been there either. To allow Trent that freedom to do what he does. So as I said,
while we're talking about Trent quickly, When this is why I say that I don't always like the stat thing, because don't get me wrong, stats are about 40 or 50% of what makes football. Don't get me wrong, it does. But it is also about the eye test. And when that 50% of your analysing of the game based on the eye test is in there, there's also swag that comes into that. Let's keep it real. It's about swag. When you see a certain man on the ball, there's certain things he does, and it just shows you how saucy he is. And you see, Trent, he has that swag. You can tell he was born to be a baller. He ain't no random youth off the road. He knows what he's doing and he looks good doing it. So listen, Trent is a generational, world-class talent that came through our academy. What I think people aren't realizing when they do kind of have a go at Trent, Trent is almost like the rebirth of Gerrard and Owen and McManaman and Fowler. There was a long time where we had no academy player that could live up to the name that is Liverpool and truly represent on the Liverpool stage as a proper baller. Not just he's one of our own and we love him, like a Flanagan, who obviously he messed up down the line. But at the time we're like, Flanagan, we love him because he's one of ours. But he wasn't great. He was good, but he wasn't great. Yeah. But Trent is actually on a level where if we say we were shotting him tomorrow, every world-class team in the world goes 120 mil. Can we have him, please? Like you don't. You need to get what the levels are. There's levels to this shit. So everyone wants to get on Trent's back, and the man's 22 years old.
The Scouser thing as well, though, Drift. You see the Scouser thing. There's too many times in the past where an average player has not got he's been overhyped because he's from Liverpool, and I'm happy to say that. I think there's been loads of examples of that. But Trent's not the case. Trent is actually that good, and he is just from Liverpool. But it's like there has been players like your JSP, you talk about that Flanagan, where it's like he's maybe just an average player, but they try to punch him up a bit because he's a homegrown talent. Trent could be from Macedonia. He's just that good. He just happens to be being Scottish, right? If you don't take him, not you guys, obviously, it's the most idiotic thing ever, because I don't care. I actually respect, say Walker, right? So it's a no-brainer for me. You just take Kyle Walker, and then you can have Kyle Walker in a 4, or you play a 5 with Trent at right wing back. It's really not that difficult a decision. If England don't take Trent, it's so stupid.
I'm not even that gas over it, because I can chill with go and do your.
But he's got the arrogance to be like, you talk about a David Beckham with a nation. Trent has got that arrogance in the sense I don't think he's big-headed. I just think he's got. He sees things when he crosses a ball, and I just feel like England usually you just make things difficult for no reason.
Listen, come right, Harry Kane right now would love a Trent Alexander-Arnold playing for him. You see, a striker like Kane, he would thrive off a Trent Alexander-Arnold in his team. Are you crazy? And you said it I think, Cameron, you said it best, because you see some of the best players in world football, they have arrogance, right? And sometimes they can do things over and over again, and they might frustrate you, but they know they can do it. That's why they do it, because they're the best at what they do. In my opinion, TAA is one of the best right backs
ever. If we get a striker,
I would say ever. Yeah, I would say
would be amazing.
No, but it's one of. You're not saying
he's one of.
Yeah, he's one of the best right backs ever. I don't care what anyone says.
No. I will say, in my opinion, he will be one of the best right backs to ever play the game when he hangs up his boots. Like I'm about to go to Super Chat. He will be. When it's all said and done, he will be. We'll look at man and go. You see that man there?
We'll go into more detail sometime later on, obviously. But I'm just saying, 4 years of consistent football from the age of 18 to 22, I will struggle to find 10 players who have done 4 years in a row the way he's done 4 years in a row.
Even Gerrard.
Yeah, broke his own record as well. Record in that time.
4 years in a row, Even people who I think are the best.
Shout out to Robbo in that year. Robbo's numbers have been amazing in that year as well, but it's because Trent always gets one more. So it's like Robbo got the same numbers as Trent the year before. And it's like
Trent different.
I was like,
I get your point. I get your point, Matt, that we got to wait till the end of his career before he can talk to the Cafus.
When it's all said and done, Jeff.
But what I will say, though, is even those players never had 4 years in a row of consistency the way Trent had.
It's only 22,
I'm telling you, they haven't had 4 years in a row of the consistency that Trent has had. So I'm telling you, everyone who wants to put Trent down or say little, you're nitpicking. And you know what happens when you're nitpicking? You're just being a hater for no reason. You're actually being a hater for no reason. So it's what it is.
It's because in England, everyone kind of likes that underdog thing, innit? And then
when they get there, drag them down.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
Now you're up there. Now it's like, we'll just start throwing names like Reece James and all of that. You're like, come on, shut up, man.
It's true, Sen. It's true. Basti 14 says Trent will be a Liverpool goat when he hangs up his boots. The boy is different, and we need to back him like Stevie and Kenny. That's exactly what all 4 of us are saying. That's exactly what it is. We bring up another one as well.
This midfield shout, I don't agree with the midfield shout, guys. I just think I'm fed up of hearing that. Let's put him into midfield. It's so different being a midfielder at right back. It's so different.
Yeah. Why waste the space when he can run the game from right back?
Exactly.
And again, what we're all saying, in my personal opinion, big up 1975 Jamrock. I see what you're saying. No blind, simple pass, normally right in front of him. I wouldn't say so. Yeah, sometimes there may be a simple pass. But then sometimes Trent will see things that other people won't. And it's the same thing with Thiago. That's why, in my opinion, you see Thiago, people might not want to hear it, yeah? Thiago's been amazing. You see when people are trying to say things that are slowing the game down, it's not even that. I will go back to this one moment when Thiago kind of realised, okay, they kind of have to get used to me, not me getting used to them. There was a one pass where Thiago played to Robbo. and the ball was slightly in front of Robbo. No, so Robbo waited for the ball to drop, and then the ball went out of play. Thiago looked at Robbo and said, chest it, just chest it. What you used to do is chest that into your path, and you've got it. That said to me everything. Because you see, Thiago, I'm not going to say Trent's on that same level, but these men will see a pass before you even know it's there. And they're looking for the killer pass. And sometimes that can be a bad thing. But you see that killer pass, though, if they get it right, it's on point. We don't talk about it. But again, it's the same thing that Man United fans will try and tell us about Bruno Fernandes. He will try and play that killer pass. He gets it wrong 9 times out of 10. But when it happens, they want to go crazy. And that's why they always defend him. So instead of having a go at Trent, back him. He's going to try the killer pass because he's different for a right back. He's just different. What other right back can create like Trent? No one, in my opinion.
You know what's funny you say that though, bro? Yeah, because obviously my brother's a United fan and I talked to him. And obviously he's got no bias because he is a Man U fan. And he actually said he cannot take the slander that Pogba will get in a game for a couple of misplaced passes that Bruno won't get. But Bruno will make more misplaced passes during the game than Pogba will. But everybody would just be all over Bruno and whatever, and they'll slate Pogba. My brother's like, I'm a United fan and I don't get it because I watch Bruno frustrate more than he does anything else. And Pogba very rarely gets it wrong, but he'll get it wrong once and everyone will just jump on him and be like, Pogba this, Pogba that. So what you're saying is true. Like people nitpick who they want to have a problem with. And I feel like Trent is one of those guys that people just, I don't know, they're just nitpicking at him. Like what? It's mad. It's mad, man. It's
right. It's a bit like Kane. A bit like Kane today. Sorry, guys. Kane talking about Chris Boyd came out in Sky Sports and said Harry Kane has openly came out and said he wants to move the interview with Gary Neville. Paul Pogba done that 2 years ago, getting criticised. Harry Kane does it. Doesn't seem to be the same energy. And it's like,
that is very true.
So it's like, it's football snobbery. We talked about it on Friday. It exists every day, guys. It's constant.
No, it's real. It's real.
Big up Red
I can't grow a beard like him, mate. No chance.
He's got Turkish in disguise. Listen, bare facts. They're just saying, bro. You might not have the beard.
I'll need to get the Kopish hat. I'm ordering that this week. I'll get the Kopish hat.
Hey, big up yourself. Big up yourself.
The baseball caps, when they come, we're going to be rocking them as well, man.
Trust me. Man,
hoodie and a baseball cap next week, definitely.
All right, my G. Come on now. Right, let's move on to. I've got one more. I'm going to bring on one more. Right, Basti, you are going into that. Basti Fulton Drifty is because they like to hate greatness.
That's a
Drift,
fact.
Let me guess, Drift. You put that one in it. Come on now. Man, think man easy, you know. I see you put that there.
No, because I'm just saying, like, in my opinion, I don't want to talk about Man United, but it's because Pogba is so much better than Bruno, and it always baffled me why Pogba gets all the slander and Bruno don't get me wrong, Bruno's done well for them, but Bruno can't talk to Pogba if we're really talking about like who is the better player. But they would have run Pogba out the club. Like they would have just run them. It baffles me. Like it baffles me.
Agreed. Before we move on to the next player, sorry, I got another super chat from PR. It says, come back to stay FSG, come to the party if you're well open. All right, and we'll quickly go around to each and every one of you. Just I'll start with you. Does Kabak stay, yes or no?
If we fill all the other positions on the team, yes, I'd keep Kabak. If that money needs to go to somewhere else because we know our owners are like, unfortunately not.
All right, let me rephrase it. Straight yes or no? Will FSG keep Kabak, yes or no? Because it's not up to Klopp. I'm just saying FSG. Will FSG sign Kabak on a permanent deal?
I'll give you a sentence rather than a yes or no.
No, you got to say yes or no, bro. You got to.
No, bro. I've heard because his team.
Here comes an analogy.
I've heard because his team got relegated. We're actually trying to renegotiate that buy clause because
I've heard that. Yeah, that's true.
I've heard we're trying to get him for 10 mil instead of 18 because they've been relegated. If we could pull that off, 10 mil is the easiest decision ever. Yes, 100%.
All right, let me rephrase it one more time. I'm going to remix it one more time. Would you keep him? Would you keep him? Yes or no? Straight yes or no? Would you keep him? Yes or no? Straight.
I would.
Same. Is FSG going to keep Kabak? Yes or no? And would you keep him?
FSG going to keep Kabak? Yes. I personally wouldn't keep him. No.
Okay, fair play.
The 10 mil.
Yeah, but like I feel like them man there could negotiate a very good deal for Botman, and I feel like Botman's.
Listen, this is say it's my
We're
guy.
not living in a world where we get Botman and Konate, guys. Though we've got
no.
But you're talking like Botman's hella peak. He's really not. Botman is
bro. He's 30.
I thought it was 25 before.
What? 25, 30? Is it 50? Is it 60? No. We're acting like. Here's the thing, because we're Liverpool. Here's the thing, and this is what burns me. You man are all gonna relate, you know. You see, because of Liverpool and because we've got FSG as owners, we act like 30 mil is 60 mil, you know. We're acting like it's double. Like 30 mil is 30 mil.
That shores us up. Like when you think about it, it shores. It's like a plug. It done.
30 is not back in the day when Man United bought Berbatov. 30. We're talking 30 right now. Will get you flipping. What's his name from Bournemouth? Ake. That's what 30 mil gets
40,
you.
He was 40.
He was 40.
He was 40. You're trying to tell me Botman's out there? So VVD, Gomez, Botman, Konate, Phillips. What are you talking about?
No, that would be naughty, bro. Oh my!
This is what I'm saying. We gotta be on FSG's next. Conrad, come to you next. FSG, do they keep Konate, and would you keep Konate?
Oh, you mean
sorry,
Kabak?
Konate?
Yeah.
What am I saying? Konate? Kabak, sorry, my bad.
I think
hey,
we'll get
people is dishing now. This is licking in story.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we'll get Konate, but I think we need to remember as well. Matip's probably going to go, so it'll be if Gomez, Van Dijk, Konate, and then if you've got Phillips, Kabak, and you can get him for 9 million. I don't ever see Liverpool ever having that much backup in their life. They just kind of stumbled upon that backup because Nat's been so good. And then FSG will try and spin it like, oh, we knew that. That's why, we knew Nat would turn up and stuff. You got the Champions League. There was never any worries. Could have got Collectica for 20 million in January. Didn't do that. But because of the way FSG are, I actually don't mind Kabak. And if we've got Konate as well, and then you've either got Phillips or Kabak to be the 4th or 5th, and we're going to play a lot of games next season. I don't think they're ever going to get a chance. I can't see us getting Botman. See if we get Konate, there's no way we're going to get a Collectica or a Botman. So I think
agreed.
Instead of having a Reece Williams, I'd have Kabak or Phillips as that 5th. I think that's actually pretty good. Phillips, for me, I don't know if he's watched the Burnley. Obviously, he's watched the Burnley game. I actually think Phillips going forward could be amazing for those type of games. See those games away that we hate, Turf Moor and stuff like that. And yes, Gomez and Van Dijk are amazing. But in my head, Phillips loves them. He loves those games. And see, like a West Brom away, I could see us putting a Van Dijk and a Phillips in those games because I love Gomez. I think he's good. But Phillips loves them. And it's like, see a manager like Dyche, it's like, I actually thought we dealt with Burnley so well the other night because of Phillips. And I was just like, maybe that's that we don't always adapt. We always keep the same lineup. For going forward, I think Phillips is ideal for those games.
Can I say that because of that, like you just said, like for those random games like a Burnley where you can see
Burnley away and stuff, we hate it midweek.
There isn't a game that I necessarily think that, I need Kabak. I just feel like Kabak is there to be a replacement to whoever isn't available. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
That's why I would always put
shout out to Nat, by the way. What a season. My God.
Nat Phillips.
But you know what? Let me ask you something, am I exaggerating when I say that at 23 years old, he's still a contender for player of the season, right?
He's 24, I think.
He can still qualify for young player of the season, can't he? I think he could be a nominee. Not necessarily win it. But if you look at what he's actually done, I think he could be a nominee for that young player of the year,
I mean, in all honesty, I'm not taking it too far. I'm just going on what he said. And when he took the job, Mr. Shout out Matt, when he said Mr. Waistcoat Wasteman over there, said, I'm going to pick form. If you're going to pick form, then he should be in contention. You know them ones there? If you're taking a man like Dyer,
go to the tournament,
if you're taking a man like Dyer, he should be in contention.
No. Yeah, if you're taking Dyer, I'm sorry. Listen, if you think Eric Dyer's had a better season than Nat Phillips, all I'm going to say to you is this.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
No. And Southgate, and let me make sure the camera's on me. All right, camera crew, you watching me, yeah? All right, cool. Camera crew, yeah? You on this, yeah? All right, cool. Gareth Southgate, I'm looking you dead in your eye. if you pick Eric Dyer over Nat Phillips, this is what I'm saying to you, Gareth Southgate. People click this up. Gareth Southgate, this is for you, my brother.
Send me a message like location. I'm gonna come. Whatever you want, doesn't matter. Ireland, New York, Brooklyn, or Moscow, doesn't matter. Tell me where.
Tell me where's Gareth. We'll have that meeting, Gareth. Tell me where.
There's defenders above. Even you could say Tarkowski and Ben Mee, or even Lewis Dunk. They deserve a shout more than Eric Dyer. Do you know what I mean?
They 100%. Do, bro. They do. Ace in Industry says here in FSG want to sell Nat for 10 mil right now. Do you know what? We won't get to that now because I think again maybe that is speculation. And dare I say it, with Nat Phillips being English and the season that he's had, me personally, knowing how Michael Edwards does his thing, I don't think we sell him for 10 mil. If he was ever going to leave the club, it's going to be 20 mil. In my
65.
opinion, 65.
I told you, look, the price is set 28 mil. If you want that,
do you know what?
Mil.
I laughed when you said 28, but you know the joke. You're probably right, you know, because you see right now, a Burnley, like how Carl's been saying, like Sean Dyche and them, man, they probably would offer about 28 with add-ons rising to 35. I ain't playing.
If it weren't us, their man would ship off Lindelof so quick and get a Nat Phillips. Like, don't get it twisted.
True.
Like,
I can't believe we were joking all season. Cal was doing that impression all season. We play Burnley. He scores against Burnley and gets his man in a match.
It's true. Big up Cal. It's so true. Big up Cal.
Trust me, like, Nice, I got you. This is what I'm getting.
He was playing for that move. He was like, I'm getting that Premier League wages. I'm getting that 100k a week. I'm getting it.
And I want to show him I can even score goals.
You know, when a girl walks past you and just flicks up the skirt and that, like, he was showing him,
you know, Phillips went to the bar and leant over, innit? He went to the bar and he saw Dash looking and he leant over, bro.
He just bent over and said, ain't nothing big, man.
Hey, listen. All right, you man, can you pronounce this name? No, apologies, by the way. I don't want to butcher it. Can you pronounce that name?
I think it'll be Tuhiko. Probably a silent.
You think it's Tuhiko? I don't want to butcher it. That's what I'm saying. Tuhiko and Tuhuku.
So, yeah.
Apologies, people, if we have butchered
what
that.
A name, though. What a name, mate.
Trust me. Reece Williams was actually a goalkeeper in the under 12 stage. Do you want to know something? Funny, the person says that because there was a picture that I saw on Twitter, and yeah, Nat Phillips. Reece Williams was a goalkeeper, and I'm thinking, raw. I didn't even know that. So was it maybe
the other one who looked similar though? He got similar kind of hairstyle at that age.
No, bro, it was
the goalkeeper. What was it called?
It was definitely Reece Williams. Whatever the age group it was, Reece Williams was definitely a goalkeeper for Liverpool at some stage. I just can't remember.
I heard that Shearer was a goalkeeper.
That's the perfect position for him.
You think?
I thought Reece was quite good today, to be fair.
Reece was good.
Defender.
Today. But Shearer was a goalkeeper in the under-10s. Actually, Cole was a striker in the under-10s. Things change, innit?
No, it's true. It's true. Kadir Hassan says Nat Phillips for Ballon d'Or, yeah? What are you man saying?
I think he should be in contention for Young Player of the Year.
I think you're right.
I think he should be in contention for that. I'm sorry. He's transformed Liverpool's season. He transformed Liverpool's season. Without Nat Phillips, we would not be in the Champions League spot. Let's not get twisted for a second. Without Nat Phillips, we would not be third right now, and that ain't no gap.
I can't believe we're finished third, guys.
I know. Bruno's mad. It's mad.
Remember when they were sucking up Bruno Fernandes's impact? Oh, Bruno Fernandes came and changed him without him. So if you're gonna have the same energy like that, then you have to have the same energy for that.
That's what I'm saying, man. As long as he was 23 at the start of the year,
Chelsea. With Nat Phillips and Reece Williams, what is happening? I can't believe it. I'm in shock, guys.
Listen, you know guys.
Man. I was watching the game today, Our worst ever centre-back pairing, ever, in terms of like the dodginess of it, was seen to be when we were playing, was it Kolo Toure and Skirtle, right? That would seem to be like, whoa, what the hell is going on?
Some people
remember Kolo was old and Skirtle was like whatever. Yeah. And I was watching the game today and I was like, I don't think anybody wouldn't swap Kolo and Skirtle for Reece and Nat right now.
But that's fact. But you know what?
But these men are still getting up third in the league. This is crazy. This is crazy.
I'm dropping a beat for that. I'm dropping a beat, and I'll tell you why. You just said Kolo Toure and Martin Skirtle we've got Nat Phillips and Reece Williams playing on the last day of the season, and we are trying to get top 4. Would you swap those two for either two? Bruv, in a heartbeat, I'm dropping B because that's just hard fact. Facts, but we moved. 1975 Jamrock says Drifty, not hate if someone is analysing it objectively. Okay.
I agree with that. But you know what, Jamrock? Coming in and going, Mane's done, get him out. That's not objective.
For real.
That's not objective. There's no objectivity in that. But if you're being objective, then yeah, I agree with that.
I'm going to read out a few more. If I got one more, then we're going to go through the rest of the player ratings because we are slightly behind schedule. Streets Approved 10 says Firmino lead the top 4 charge, big performances. Do you want to know something?
He's part of it. 100%.
Firmino, for the last, 4 games, he's been exceptional, you know.
No, when they gave him the armband, they activated him, bro.
Bro, 100%, bro.
Activated him.
And you want to know what? I kept on telling people something was going on in his personal life why he became a bit boring. Man came back with a dye in the hair, new trim. I was like, okay, Bobby's back. He's back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when he was all boring with a simple trim, I was like, there's something going on. But because we all know man's like the samurai, the ponytail, the mohawk. Yeah. He ain't that average guy. So when he just comes rocking a normal 3 on the top with a shape up, I'm like, no, something's wrong here. Something's wrong here. I don't know what's going on, but something's wrong. So he's back, man. He's back.
100%. But yeah, let's move on to the rest of the player ratings. We're gonna run through them now because we are kind of behind schedule. But yeah. Keep on bringing your chats. I will keep bringing them up as well, Jim.
Conrad, were you giving Ali? Because you missed that.
Yeah.
I'll give him a 9. I think does he get a touch on the chance that, you know, we talk about Trent, but that would have been a nightmare for Trent because Trent's got that in him sometimes. You know, it's a bit like the Curtis Jones. Sometimes just playing not a blind pass, but it was a hospital pass he gave to Nat, and then
he tried to be Hollywood and it backfired.
I think Ali's amazing. See, like even his movement. See what annoys me? It's like he doesn't make saves look like lastminute.com saves. Like, oh, I've just got there for the cameras. His movement and his feet so good that see even that catch in the second half. I think previous goalkeepers. I know it's not a very strong header, but I'm just confident he's just going to collect that, calm everything down. Let's go. And yes, I agree with footwork sometimes, Drift. It's like some games. Stop messing about. You don't have to mess about. Just play that pass. You don't have to wait till he runs right to you. But I'd give him a 9 because I think he's been
the free kick that they whipped in when like and he just so swiftly like and next man aren't dealing with it like that. So yeah, I'm sticking by it.
He makes things look easy for real. You're right, Conrad.
100%. And like how Stephen O'Connor said, that Townsend one for me, he didn't save it, but the positioning from Alisson.
Yeah,
bro, he forced man to say, he said, right, listen, you're not going to beat me on this side. If you're going to beat me, you have to beat me on this side. I'm forcing you to go this side. If you can do that, cool. And look, my man didn't even hit the target.
And if you don't think goalkeeper positioning is important, go and look at Henderson.
I knew you were going to. I was about to say that. I was about to say that. Like you need to. De Gea used to be really good at it. He used to make the striker. Like Schmeichel's the king of it. Like you make you lose it in your head. Straight if you like Schmeichel. I think Alisson intimidates people. Maybe not like in the Schmeichel way, but he's just. I think his positioning so good. That I think like don't get me wrong, I think he made the mistake against Madrid. He had a little bit of not poor patch, but just a few little errors. But for me, I'm so comfortable. I've never been so comfortable as a Liverpool fan, and I love Reina, but I just think Alisson's he just makes things look so easy. Yeah, so easy.
He's different gravy.
You want to know what? Yeah, Ollie, I just love shading, man. Ollie was probably going to keep Henderson in goal, but you know why he didn't? He watched Match of the Day and he saw the replay he didn't see during the game when Henderson turned around and ran back towards goal without actually even knowing where the ball was. Yes. As soon as you do that as a goalkeeper, you're done. That was when I saw you. Remember when I told you, Matt, when we were signing Adrian and everyone's like, bro, why are you so like against this guy? And I told you, because when Rooney chipped him, he turned around and ran towards his goal and didn't even know where the fucking ball was. And as soon as you take your eye off the ball, you're done. You are done.
It's true.
Because when Henderson saw Salah in on goal, he turned around and sprinted back to his goal and didn't even know how close Salah was.
Do you know what? Yeah, I've just got to say as well. I'm not too sure. This might have been Adrian's last game potentially for Liverpool.
He won us the Super Cup. Best up, big man.
He did. And I know people are going to say, Matt, you're being bad mind, but if I'm not mistaken, this is probably the majority of Liverpool fans hearing that this potentially could be Adrian's last game of the season.
I've got respect for journeymen. Do you know what? I've got respect. You know, he's blagged himself to, not blagged, but you know, he's got a Premier League medal. See, if that was me as a person, I'm buzzing with it. I know the fans will look at it differently and I agree, but you know what? Fair play to the guy. Winning the Super Cup. Do you know, I'm not his biggest fan, and I will give him one credit though, Matt. He's still the best save I've ever seen was his save against Napoli. That is one of the best saves I've ever seen. When we lost away, and he tipped it. I've never seen a save as good as that in my life.
That was sick. But that's the thing, Adrian. He doesn't like. Adrian is an anomaly. You see the things that are so easy. Yeah, he won't save. But then there'll be this one thing that he'll do, and you're like, well, how are you gonna save that? But you can't. Like, even if you think about it, but even if you deep it, saying, think about the Atletico game. Can you remember the positioning for the goals that we conceded?
Yeah.
Bro, he went down.
With Allison, it's the opposite with Adrian.
He looked so awkward and he went down so slowly.
He went down in stages, rude boy. Like,
I was like, what's going on? So,
what is I agree with Conway with the thing about him. See, for me, I will always, when I take the emotion out of things, I will always rate and I will always love when people succeed. And to be honest with you, for him to have the ability that he has, or lack of ability, without being disrespectful, and still be able to end his career and say that I've won a Premier League, a World Cup Championship, and a Super Cup, on a personal note, I am gassed for him. And that was the reason why when he did that renting out the stadium thing, remember I said to you, I rate it, because he probably never thought he would ever get to put his hands on a Premier League medal. And the fact that he did, I rate it. So
you rated it. That's it, bro. You said you rated that.
I said that it's hilarious, but I rate it.
It's just a shame it's at our club and that we support Liverpool. If he was doing this at a next club, I'd rate it way more. I'd be in the same.
He tailed off after that video as well. Like, I know he's never amazing, but the mistakes really started to creep in, and like the running into Gomez and stuff. See, if it was just Atletico as an isolated incident, you could get over it. But there's too many instances.
There's too many. There's too many. But yeah, we move people. Back to player ratings as well. Right, we'll go to Trent Alexander-Arnold. TAA Drift. What are you giving him, bro?
9. Ran the game from right back.
Yeah, 100%. Saint, you get TAA. What are you giving him?
What he said, bro. Literally 9. He absolutely smashed it, bro.
Like, he did. Fair play. Connor, we're giving Trent.
I would say 9 as well. I would say though, a game's all about margins, and he did get away with one 100% because
he did get away with one. He did.
But fair. You know what? It's not about being a. I think he looks much fitter now as well, and that might sound mental because it's the last game of the season. But I feel like when you're that good going forward and you've got the players around you, you've got Fabinho in there, it means that they're not. Zaha has done Trent about 4 times in the past, but he just never had the opportunity today because we were just it was like the oil machine was just working properly, and I think we'll just continue that next season. And you know, he might not be amazing defensively, but I don't think he'll get found. Even if he does get found out a few times, he's so pivotal at our play. So let's be honest, it's a bit like passing it from the back. You might concede 2 goals a season, but you might score or start 100 attacks from it, so you're going to keep playing it, aren't you? You're not going to change the way you do it. So
100%, and he's got his pace back. Definitely, he's got his pace back. Remember, he had 2 bad injuries at the beginning of the season. I think people forget that as well. He didn't even have pre-season because he was injured.
Yeah, no, people just forget that.
He looks on it again. If you don't take him to the Euros, delusional. This is what he looks on it.
He looks on it, but if you don't take him to the Euros, man gets a full pre-season. Man gets to actually chill.
I'll be buzzing. I'll be buzzing. A Scotland fan. I'll be buzzing. Put Reece James on right back. I don't care. Put Reece James. Do that, mate. Reece James will score now. He'll score now, honestly.
You're still getting slaps. Like, let's be honest.
Let's not even talk about the fact that Chelsea actually got away with one so badly today. My days. The man that went up to the park and got slapped, you know. And only because Leicester couldn't beat Tottenham.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people are going to say Leicester are bottlers. If you look at the last 5 games Leicester had this season, that's a run nobody would want. Nobody would want. They had a mad running.
Yeah, but you was up twice in that game, though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Leicester, they ran out. I have to say they bought it. In my opinion, they bought it.
They were punching above their weight with a small squad. They've had mad injuries themselves. And do you want to know what? I think if you strip it all away and you said to them, Leicester fans, no disrespect, you know you can't win the Champions League, but you could win the Europa League. You've got the FA Cup and 5th. I think that's a much better season for them than 4th and no trophy. I actually think they've had a very good season.
But
no,
you're saying that, Drift, and that's all well and good. But they had 4th and the trophy in their hands. Like
it was a goal that made it 2-2 was the issue I've got. It's not like it was a screamer. It's like a ball in the box. I think Schmeichel, who's been amazing to be fair, misjudged it.
Yeah, and Michael punched it in his own net.
He basically won an FA Cup for them though with that save with Mason Mount. So I just, you know what, I agree, Drift. But see, the thing is, we keep saying like 5th, like we don't talk about the top 6 all year, and Leicester win the top 6, and I think that's the 4th time or in the last 4 years. So why are Leicester not spoke about as a top 6 then? Because it's not like they weren't in the top 6 today. Yes, it's probably they'll feel a bit poor by that, but to me they look like they're progressing. Like, and I think they're probably Barman City. They're the best. They're definitely the smartest at signing players ever. Not ever, but in the last 5 years, sell Maguire, get a Castagna. And they get buys like Justin James. No one would have looked at him from Luton.
So and got in thingy.
Yeah, Harvey Barnes looks good now. Even Madison from Norwich. So it's like you might look at that and it's like 40 million. Like that's a bit.
No, it was 20, bro. That's what I'm saying. They got 60 mil for Mahrez and paid 20 mil for.
Yeah, was it? But they do that. They do that, and you know they. Sorry guys, not going. I just think Leicester. Do you know what? Yes, they'll feel a bit bad, but to me, I think Leicester fans will be a bit disappointed today. But I can't see them stopping this. I think they'll get the top 6 next year. I think they'll keep improving.
They'll get top 6, 100%. But guys, we're gonna have to spin at the parents a little bit. So be prompt with your answers. We're a little bit behind schedule, but again, all right then we'll move on. In fact, sorry, I give Trent an 8. The only reason I'm giving him an 8 and not a 9 is because Conrad, you made a valid point. He kind of got away with one, so that's why I'm giving him an 8 in it. But
that's Benteke. That's a goal, mate. 100%.
8.5. I give it 8.5 because we won the game as well. I give him 8.5. All right then. So Nat Phillips, what are we giving him, people? Drift. Nat Phillips.
Give Nat an 8 today.
Calm. Say.
I give him an 8.5, man. He nearly took out Fabinho, and man just wrapped his head and just kept going.
He took it too literal, Saint. He took it too literal. He headbutted one of our own players.
Bro,
he took it too literal.
And the thing was, did you see the amount of blood coming down his head? But it was Fabinho that looked worse for wear. Fabinho looked like he was like on
that didn't even know he was bleeding.
That was
the
like,
referee was like, bro, you're bleeding. He was like, am I? Oh, raw.
He is proper tough, isn't he? He is a proper tough. Like, you know, people say, I'm a tough guy. I don't mean like he's like I think he's just he'll head it. He's just as I say, he's just brilliant for us to have. He's just hard, I think.
Nat Phillips is the definition of road. He's road. Like he's if you might know in the chat about road, Nat Phillips is road. Like you don't want to chuck in Nat Phillips.
If this was 1997, then Nat Phillips would be a £50 million player. I'm telling you.
Yeah, 100%. Back in them days,
he was born in the wrong decade.
Yeah,
that's all it is. He was born in the wrong decade.
No, you're right. He's a throwback to some real old school.
He's rolled as well.
What a guy.
100%. Conway, what are you giving him, bro?
I'd say 8, just because, as I say, I think earlier Zaha got in as well. And do you know what? Not even down it. I just think generally he was at 8 today. He was probably a 9 against Burnley, and he was still pretty good today. Never won every header, but pretty good performance. So I'd give him an 8.
Yeah, Zaha,
I give it.
I can do that to anybody.
Zaha spin anyone though. Come on.
Yeah, Zaha will spit anyone when on his day, so that's not.
There's a couple of them Crystal Palace, man. I want. I know we're running on time limit, but I want us to go get
Eze. Saint knows Eze is a baller.
No,
Eze is very good.
Do you know what? I was actually really disappointed with Eze. Not disappointed, sorry, that's the wrong word. I actually felt hot when he got injured. I felt it for man.
I was relieved, mate. I was relieved.
Start of the season, Eze's a baller. I told this man, Eze's sick. Eze is cold, you know. Look at some of the goals he scored this season.
He's intelligent, man. He's smart. He's got a brain. He's got a brain. I really like him.
He's sharp on it. Gary 23 says, big up guy, first time in 20 years plus Arsenal won't be in Europe. Oh man. Ain't that a shame? I mean, it's one of them things.
To be fair, I don't think they wanted to be in the conference, though, if I'm being honest. They didn't. My brethren wanted Tottenham to win as an Arsenal fan because he don't want to be in that conference league. So
Yeah. Hold on. Before we move, I think we got one more person to bring on the screen. You know, it might be my brother still. It might be. Let me see who it is. Let me click on the button and see what I got. All right, man.
Boys,
What's going on, man?
Can we just have a moment of silence for all the haters?
Glasses are off.
No, wait there, boys. No, boys.
What's good? Hey, bro. Listen, James. Hammers. Bro.
Lads.
Bro, talk to me. What's going on? Talk to me, bro. Talk to me. What we're saying further than that, yeah? Man United had their best season in a decade, finished 5 points behind them. We finished the season with Reece Williams and Nat Phillips playing centre-back and still managed to get third place. Talk to me. Talk to me, bro. Just
what are you saying, man? What are you saying? Come on.
Talk to me, bro.
You have Everton. So let's start off on Everton because they're the one who's closest home to me. Yeah? This is the biggest laughing stock of the past 20, 25 years. I haven't won a trophy since 1995. Absolutely pathetic. Get one of the best managers in Europe. Get billionaire owners and it still does fuck all. Oh, by the way, the lowest place they've been all season, all campaign is 9th. Oh, and they finished 10th. Only Everton could possibly do that. Only Everton could possibly achieve this. Oh, by the way, we gifted them 4 points. We gifted them 4 points. And what happens? Oh, let me tell you what happens. They finished 7 places below us. So that's just the first thing that I just wanted to get out the way. What's another team that was talking smoke? Oh, yeah, let's even talk about the new champions in Man City. Oh, because I've got smoke for the Man City fans. Listen, them oil-spending knob jockeys, I do not give two shiny shites. Like, they can talk to us about they've won the league this season. They finished, they finished 18 points behind us last year. We finished 17 behind them this year. But we're the worst champions to ever exist. That's a lot of people's words. Not mine. Again, bro. A lot of people's words. Come on. So that's Man City out the way, right? Chelsea spent 250 million, get to an FA Cup final, they lost it. Just about get top 4 in a Champions League final. God knows what's going to happen there. Chelsea fans, I just want to let you know that's what you deserve. Nobody likes you. And at the end of the day, that's just what you deserve. If you're going to spend money and you're going to fail and you're going to bottle trophies, that's just the way it is. So, wait, I'm missing out on another team. Oh, Matt, you've already mentioned it. Manchester United. You know what I mean? A team, they've had higher wages this season. They've been singing a lot more. Conceded more goals than us in this campaign.
That's mad.
Mad. With Nat Phillips and Reece.
Mad.
They pause.
Wait, no, boys. But wait, though, they haven't got Harry Maguire, so that's all right, isn't it? That's all right. In their best they haven't got Harry Maguire, so that's a fair enough excuse. No, come on, Matt. Why are you laughing?
They're missing the fridge. No, you're right, bro. They're missing the fridge. 100%.
So there we go. That's another valid reason in itself. Do you know what I mean? Also, you've got to take into consideration that this is their best season since Sir Alex, but we finished 5 points behind them in one of our worst in recent years. So let's just listen. I have been going after all of the teams. I had a Twitter rage. I even allowed Leicester at the end because I like Leicester in it. You know, I went through all the top 6 and then I think
we all like Leicester, right? Yeah.
I think what was the thing that I said to Arsenal and Tottenham fans? I was just like, they're just so shit because they were battling for the European Conference League, this, that, and the other. But they're dead anyway. So we're just used to that, boys. Today is our day. We deserve this moment through the horribleness, through the sadness, the tears. I haven't been able to speak for 2 hours, by the way, so this form is not great. But boys, it's just one of them things where when you talk about everything that we've had to endure from being 8th in fact, let's rewind even more. From being 1st to being 8th, to losing 6 games in a row, to get knocked out of the Champions League, to then making a comeback. All the way to 3rd damn place. The one thing I said, and I said this a few weeks ago, right? I said, all I want to see in these final games, in these final moments, is simply just a bit of heart, a bit of fight, a little bit of passion. That's all I want to see. I don't expect top 4. Top 4 is something that I feel like was lost after them 6 home games. If we don't get that, let's at least go down fighting. Let's go down the champions that we claimed ourselves to be the season previous. We did that and more. Trent stepped up. Our new signing, Thiago, proved why he's the fucking champion that we signed. The Champions League winner. We signed a Champions League winner, and over the past few weeks, when you talk about someone who stepped up, you've got to talk about Thiago Alcantara. When you talk about people who stepped up, You've got to talk about Fabinho. These two right here, it's not really rocket science, don't get me wrong. In football, 2 + 2 doesn't always equal 4. But when you add a Thiago plus a Fabinho, that just equals W's in my eyes, boys. Oh, and by the way, we haven't lost
and then that, and then that, bro. You got to throw in that in there.
You got to throw in Phillips. Hey,
you got to throw in that in there.
Listen,
Drift, how can you cut in like that as if I weren't going to even get there? Is he going to underestimate me like this? I was we were just getting there, mate.
Go on.
What are you saying, Nick? What are you saying, Nick?
Nah, I said sorry, bro. My bad. Come on.
No worries, bro. No worries, brother. Get on this then. All the way. Let's talk about Nathaniel Deeney Van Phillips, because even you, Drift, with all due respect, my brother got the name wrong. Nathaniel Deeney, Virgil Van Phillips is what you actually said.
My bad again, bro.
If you watch my watch-alongs, I have called him that. I don't call him Nat Phillips. It's Nathaniel Deeney. I make the effort to use the extra syllables. And when I use them extra syllables, they are used perfectly, because that's centre-back right there. When you talk about stories, when you talk about Mr. Liverpool, when you talk about, there's no more old-school footballers who just get in and get their fucking head stuck in. He's got a skinhead. He's had 2 cuts in the space of 3 weeks. He's got a goal. He's had 2 goal line clearances. When he was asked the question, the number one thing I've always loved about Nat Phillips from the second he walked into the team, he loves defending. I've said it from the second. What was the first thing he said when he was asked the question? What was more important to you, the goal line clearance or your first ever goal for Liverpool Football Club? Without hesitation, boys. No hesitation. The goal line clearance. See the way he was leaning in as well. He was leaning in like this. He was like this. You're on it. Asserting his authority. That's what Nathaniel Deeney Van Phillips does. And then I've got to talk about these 2 things kind of last. Alisson Becker.
Bad.
Boys.
Bad.
Boys. Alisson Becker. I mean,
Becker,
that like,
come on.
You talk about a man who can have a poor season and still end the season on the best note that you possibly could. Still end the season on having the biggest impact you possibly could for the team. Because without them West Brom points, today could be a very different story.
100%.
Especially our energy going into the game. It's madness.
Yeah,
and it's just that goalkeeper.
Momentum, 100%.
We're a Champions League down without that goalkeeper. We're now a top 4 place down without that goalkeeper. And it's insane. And then the last thing to end this tangent, don't ever doubt my manager again. Don't ever doubt my manager again.
Facts.
Don't ever doubt my manager again.
Oh, boys. Oh, you know what? Man's dropping beat for that. Fuck. You see how much, yeah? You see how much? Connor's coming with some serious fire. I'm dropping beat. James is coming to start a speak.
James the chimney.
I dare you, mate.
Man, come
Listen.
James, I don't even want to set you up again, bro, but Sadio Brace.
It doesn't do it.
Listen. I'm gonna cut the dub plate right now. Is he still there? Is James still there? Is he still there? Yeah, there he is. Listen, I'm cutting the dub plate now. This is every single Liverpool fan right now, yeah, that still believed in Mane. 100.
You out here talking about a clique. The only clique you need to know about is the Harlem Heat and Sister Sherry. See, because what you dealing with here is the brotherhood. It's non-stop from this point on in WCW. We take what we want, and after we take Lex Luger and the Giant, we want the gold sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
That's the energy that man's giving off. Listen.
Hey, look at that little brother right there. Look at him.
That is my G. This is my G, yeah. Man like Mini Mane, he has been supporting me through all these shitness, through all these sitters, through all the big misses, through all the poor performances. That's fair. But when I see people start to doubt what is the best player in the world, or in most people's eyes was once the best player in the world, how dare you say that he should leave the club? How dare you say that when you see players like Firmino who can drop form for a little bit longer, this, that, other players, you still kept faith into them. But the second this man dropped form for just a couple of months, everyone's hands on him. How about when it gets to the biggest game of the season? How about when it gets to the biggest stage? How about now? I want to hear all these haters from all these avenues. I want to hear the other top 6 fans that were chatting smoke. I want to hear these Klopp-outers that were creating a brigade themselves. I want to hear these Mane-outers, the ones who were saying he's washed, he's finished. Without him, you wouldn't have got top 4, mate. What now? That's all I need to say, boys. I can go on all day about that man right there. I can go on all day. Honestly, I could have paragraphs upon paragraphs upon paragraphs. I could write essays, and I didn't even pass English. Boys, it's a madness. It's crazy. Wax lyrical about our performance today, because one thing I've realised over recent weeks as well is that we grow into games, and just to see the consistency being built is the number one thing that I'm proud of, you know what I mean? And that it gets to a certain point and we feel like we're going to win. That's all I care about, you know. We found our feet. And I'm proud of the boys.
Definitely.
Eventually, we had so many chances.
Just about.
Crack on. I mean? And I can't believe we finished third. Sorry, guys. I'm in this.
It was nice to watch, and then all the other ones are doing higgity up and down, and we're just bossing it like we should be doing. You know them way there.
Everton got smashed 5-0. I actually was happy to see it.
They lost 5-0.
Is that what they? Shut up.
Said destroyed them.
Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No. Oh, do you know what? I don't even care. No,
they got slapped up. Hold on. Sorry, boys, because I know you like to watch the game, innit? Yeah, sorry.
No, do you know? Everyone got slapped. Did Everton actually get slapped up 5-0?
I knew they would lose, but I didn't think they'd get moved.
At half time.
Everton fans, hold on, guys. Everton fans, what are you saying? Hold on, guys, quickly. Remember, Carlo Ancelotti, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he said Everton are going to challenge for the title next season. I swear to God, there's an interview guy out there and he said it's challenging for the season.
Bro.
Next season. Sorry, challenging for the title next season. Sorry.
Big rock.
No, wait, Dave. No, but Matt, he did. He won the league after the first 4 games, don't you remember?
Oh, yeah. And then this is what Carlos said after. What was it? How many games was it, James? How many games?
Like 4.
4. This was his excuse when they realized they couldn't win the league.
True or false, you will fight again this year?
It's hard to put it. You must understand, my foot was a balloon. You know what I mean? My toes came out of the socket. A guy had to come into the cage and break them back into place. The thing ballooned that way. And my foot was a balloon. I went in, I tore my leg to shred. My foot was a balloon. You want to see it?
Man, they're done. The Everton, you're done. You're done. Everton got written off tonight. Listen, people, at 8:21 was the day and time you realise Everton got written off. They're done. Everton are done. Beat 5-0. Your manager come out the other day.
I was going to say as well, bro, yeah. Like even Aguero scored 2 goals in this game, right? And just to see that, like, it was actually a good moment, even though, like, you don't want to see...
He broke the record, He broke the record, didn't he, today, for the most goals scored by one club.
Well, Aguero?
Yeah.
So, like,
Aguero,
Mane did well. I think scoring, equaling the person who scored the most against one club, against Crystal.
I think rivals respect greatness though, and I think we can all agree Aguero's just. I think you respect that. You respect that.
All time. If you say he's the best, if you say he's the best that you've ever seen in the league, then I have no problem with that.
I love that shout, James, because so many people listen. I love Shearer. Like I appreciate how great they were. I'm not getting this conversation, but I love how you said that because it seems to be that can never be a. I'm not saying that is the confirmed case, but it's like it's not allowed to get raised.
That's it. For example, I don't think that he's the best of all time in that position. However, if you said that to me, I'm not going to say that you don't know nothing about football. That's a fine thing to say. He is genuinely unbelievable. And when you talk about the best of all time, you're talking these type of levels. Like it's the skin of the teeth type of stuff, boys.
Definitely. But guys, let me quickly run through the rest of the player ratings because we're going to have to shoot soon. Right, so who's next? So we'll probably be going 5 hours.
We're on Robbo now, isn't it?
No, we ain't got a second set back.
Reece.
So we're on Reece. All right, so Drift, we're giving him just a quick one. Everyone we got to be quick now. All right,
I'll give Reece a 7 today.
I'm giving him a 7 as well. Say, what you say?
Yeah, 7. I'd say 7's good.
Conway?
I'm going to give him an 8.
8, yeah?
You know why? People want to like kid a Mr. Defender, not his level. But do you know what? People in Burnley were saying he doesn't really do the same. I thought in the box, corners, we've been terrible from set pieces all season. That goal, he gets a touch on that. Do you know what? He's got his new tattoo, or he might have had it before, but he's got the short sleeve, got a tattoo on. I know he's not a massive guy, but do you know what? I felt like he, for the rest of his career, can say, I got in a Liverpool team that got in the Champions League spaces, and nobody can take that away from him. So, we spoke about it before, Drifty. Whatever happens, he's got that. And you know what? We've got Champions League. So this season, as much as it's been maybe a liability at times, who cares? Like, you just see we finished fourth. Who cares? Honestly.
That's facts,
well done, every guy.
Right. That is fact. James, what you say? What are you giving Reece?
8 as well.
8 as well, yeah? Calm. All right, then we'll go back around again. James, I'll start with you this time around. Robbo, what are you giving Robbo, bro?
I'm not going to lie. I thought there was moments where he could have done better, yeah. But I think overall, I'm going to say 6.5. That's what I'm going to go with overall. I think there was a few moments where he rushed his chances, and I hope next season with a good rest underneath him, because he's played a lot of games. We can't just exclude that. Plus, it's been a bit of a dodgy season in terms of the strikers actually delivering. I think next year it'll be like a sort of bounce back. Also, he was good for the first half. It's just recent weeks, and I think that just continued today. But 6.5, not too bad, but not like special.
Fair play. Conrad, what are you giving him, bro?
Right, I'm going to be quick here, but it's my one chance to do his test audience for Robbo this season, right?
Wan-Bissaka
gets known for being defensively brilliant. Andy Robertson this season, for defence, never gets taken a piss out of down his side. Like, no one ever beats him. Zaha today never beats him. But I get because
there was once where he nutmegged him, by the way, Conroy, just to let
you
know.
But I mean, see when it's like, what,
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
We people lord Wan-Bissaka, and I get it. He's maybe. But Robbo very rarely ever gets beat down his side. Like, do you know what I mean? Like when it's one-on-one to the byline, like, or a cross comes in, like very rarely with this season. But he just never seems to get any credit for that from like the media. It's like he's so sound defensively, and football's not about stats. You said earlier, Drifty, because if it is, Andy Robertson's had a better season than Luke Shaw, because he's got 7 assists and 1 goal, and Shaw's best season ever got 5 assists and 1 goal. But it's not about stats. Shaw has had a better season. I'm not saying that. I just think we sleep on how good Robertson is defensively. And yes, sometimes his decision making is not great. Also, I think our finishing is very poor sometimes. Like Salah literally misses an open goal against Sheffield United. Reece Williams from the corner misses an open goal today. So I think Robertson, I still think, had a pretty good season. I just think it's like he's always good defensively, and I just think we just assume that. And Wan-Bissaka's lauded for being good defensively and not having a good attacking output. So I just wanted to raise that. If he's agreed, that was just my point. I'd give him a 7 today. 7 for me. But
the only thing is he's not going to get a break, James. That's the only problem. Because he's going Euros with Scotland, so he's not even going to get a break. That's the only problem. Man.
That's what I was going to say. To be fair, I thought
they'll be knocked out soon. With all due respect, Conroy. My G, obviously, Conroy, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know.
If we score a goal, I'm going to be buzzing. So I don't
know. If you're going to be happy, if you're getting excited for scoring a goal,
see that England thing when he scored the goal in the semi-final with the beers. See if we lose 4-1 and score. That's going to be Scotland. The beer is everywhere.
They're for the bands.
100%.
Just there for a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd give him a 7 as well. I think he done really well. Like Conroy said, defensively. There was one time when he came over, he was actually helping Trent on his side, and then got, do you know what I mean, knocked it off.
That was early on in the game, wasn't it?
That's early. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was.
Man.
And he said,
very good tackle.
Actually, he actually, I think he just wasn't himself second half. He was moving gingerly. I think something happened with his, and he shook it off. He's just an absolute G. Do you know them ones there? Like
animal.
Do you remember when he hurt his foot? Do you remember when he hit his foot and we had mega injuries and he carried on during the game?
Just carried
and he
on.
had to get his foot wrapped and everything.
I remember.
Today he had something with his fight, and you could just tell that.
Yeah.
If it was a normal, if we had adequate, he would probably be up. But he's like, nah, we need this, and so definitely, man. I'll give him a 7 for that. I think he did really well today.
Man, I'll give him a 7 as well.
I give Robert a 7 as well. Next we go to Fabinho. All right, Jess, I'll start with you, bro. Fabinho, what are you giving him? Me personally, I'll give him I think Flacco for me he lost the ball a couple of times, especially in the first half. Got better as the game went on, but I'd say last 2 to 3 games looking a little tired, a little sloppy. But I think you can't take away from the season that he had. I'm gonna give Flacco a 7 for me personally.
I've got to be completely honest with you. all the joy of the win aside, he might have been the worst player on the pitch today. I'm going to give him a 6.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think I'm going to agree with Drift, to be fair. I think he probably could be the worst. I'm going to give him a 6.5, though.
Okay.
I do feel like he's been playing... I think it was Drift that mentioned it. He's been playing a hell of a lot of games, different positions. I feel like his position now is even changing. I've said this before. He isn't so much the traditional DM that we've needed before, where it's like he's the DM and then we've got those two that are industrious. Now we've got Thiago. Thiago kind of likes to fall back and maybe play that deep line in quarterback, and then that allows him to go forward. A lot of the times, it's him moving with the ball. Do you know what I mean? It's him losing the ball. Which is, do you know what I'm saying? Whereas, like, it's not really been the case with Fabinho. So, yeah, man, and his presence, like I said, I feel like his presence, however bad he's been, his presence is still absolutely big. So, yeah, 6.5.
Fair play. Conrad?
I would say, maybe 6.5. I'm giving more credit in the bank because it's went on its head. It's like he's been the best for the full season when he's been playing. And I do think Burnley today, there's definitely if you're a fan, just shouting at him, like, wake up. Like lackadaisical moments given the ball, just wake up, Fabinho. But like, he's not usually like that. I think it's like, if anything, it's probably made Thiago, like Thiago seems to have came out because of that. And it just shows you, as Drift said about 100 times a season, mate, you've said, don't put square pegs in round holes. So put Fabinho in his position, even if the centre-backs have not the same level. It just seems to make everything flow in the system. Do you know what? I'm going to give him a 6.5 because I think he's earned that. He'll probably get player of the season for us from our point of view. So I'm going to give him that 0.5 because I think he's merited it this season.
Definitely.
Fair play. James, what are you giving him, bro?
I'm going to give him a 7, but I don't think he's going to get our player of the season, even though I think he should.
No, that's fair play. Fair play, because I give him 7 as well. And again, I think if you're talking about, without going into detail, because maybe this will be another show, but...
Yeah, it could be one for your show,
Yeah, you have to deep it. Fabinho, Flacco, in my opinion, has to be in contention for top 3. Think about what he's done. He's had to play 2 positions this season. He's had to play with numerous players at centre back, go back to midfield. Like, he's had to do a lot this season, Flacco.
Because he had to play left-sided centre back and right-sided centre back. So
that's facts, bro. That's facts. So he's had to do a lot. So I understand where you're coming from.
Obviously, you need to talk about that more on the show, boys. You, Drift, and Cal, because honestly, that'll be a great topic. But the 3 that need to be in there for me, the top 3, Salah, Fabinho, and Nat Phillips. Them 3 have got to be the player of the season.
Alisson gets a shout. Yeah, Alisson gets a shout. That goal's worth 100 million. That goal's worth 100 million.
58 to be exact, but it could be worse than that, bro. I can't even lie, bro.
Listen, I'm not against it, mate. I'm not.
Apart from the 2 games in a row, Alisson's been impervious this season as well.
Well, only tongue in cheek, guys, but that is like a Torres goal against Barcelona for Chelsea. Like that goal is
yeah. No, it's huge, mate. It's huge.
James's reaction. I was listening to James' reaction when I was watching it. I mean, I was a bit delayed, and I just saw James go crazy, like the scream. Best moment of the season.
That is legendary, bro. Legendary. I watched it back about 3-4 times. That was legendary.
Massive.
You've got to see this.
Alisson scores last week. What is happening?
Do you know when you like just everything inside you leaves your body? It's just gone, and like you don't even know it.
No, I know the feeling, bro.
Euphoria. That's euphoria, isn't it?
Yeah, I sat there after the watch along, and I promise you this, boys. Like I felt like such a sort of like, and it not an adrenaline dump. It was like a good adrenaline dump. It was just like woof. That was mad. That, you know, like you've just got off like some sick roller coaster, and you just hear like that was crazy.
100.
That it was just madness. That goal.
But you forgot you was on camera, bro. That's how much the moment took you, bro. You forgot you was on camera.
Yeah. Me mad doesn't like football. Me mad.
Do you understand what this means? Like, people who don't know, like, do you understand?
No,
like,
do you know how huge this is? Like, without that, because I know that you've got to end the show soon, boys. But like Champions League football, I grew up. Yeah, Champions League football. We're supposed to be this European royalty giant. And we were competing in Europa League. Like I remember in 2007 when we got the final, but from there it was just like. Wow, and we weren't even playing in Champions League no more. So I'm thinking to myself, all right, so like all my older Liverpool fans are telling me that we're like boss in Europe. but I want to see it for myself. And like that's why, even though we've just won the league, I should be upset that we've gone 2 positions below. It's just I'm so happy that we're going to be getting to hear the Champions League music opposed to the Europa League music or the European Conference music, because that's the competition you want to be in. And it's why the European Super League was a load of bollocks, because it's the elements of competition. All the more reason why today was just boss, mate, and top 3 is unbelievable. Sorry about that, boys.
No, it's calm, bro. It's calm. It's calm. Big up Basti Foss. He says, send the link for the people to show their love for Kopish. Amazing for me, lads. The love in the chat is a representation of you three. You deserve flowers. Listen, I do apologize, Basti, but trust me, do not worry. This week coming, I'm pretty sure there will be some fan representation on the channel. It might even be tomorrow. Man, just saying. Just bear with it. It's that tonight, obviously. You know what I mean? We have to get certain people on. And,
you might not have to wait till Friday for the calling show. Put it that way.
That's what I'm saying. It might be tomorroro. Not that man's giving away anything still. It just might be tomorrow.
Just to add on that, guys.
Them bait ones, bro.
I just wanted to add, guys, just a quick one. Like, I just want to say thanks very much, because I know like there'll be a lot of guys like myself who were listening throughout the pandemic, and like, I don't want to make it emotional, but genuinely, guys, like it's actually been very helpful, and it's got me like this new community I've came in. I've got to thank you guys for it, and obviously James and Saint as well. But I think there'll be a lot of people in the chat who probably want to say the same thing. So it's just to say thanks to you, and obviously Callum's not here, but I just wanted to take the moment and opportunity to say that, because you deserve that. Genuinely, it's not. People are so quick to blow smoke, you know, for people, doing well on YouTube. But you guys, it's like, this is a proper community, but like James, obviously like James and Saint as well. And just to say thanks, that was it. Just wanted to take the opportunity, guys.
No, that's love, bro. Thank you, man.
I'm sure even Mike can't wait to the end. Otherwise, this is going to end in tears, mate. You know what I mean?
I can't believe we got third. Like, I need to rub my eyes. What is happening?
It's mad. Do you want to know something as well? I don't want to say this because I've seen a few people in the chat talking about Gini Wijnaldum's interview. Now, I haven't seen it, yeah? But a lot of people are saying he wants to stay. Now, I'm going to be real. Let me see if I can put myself on full screen. Hold on.
After Alisson's interview and now Gini, everyone wants to break me down emotionally. I can't take this, man.
I'm going to be real. FSG, if you're watching this right now,
tell them.
Gini Wijnaldum deserves a new contract, yeah? Shouldn't be about finances. It should be about body of work of what you've given to Liverpool Football Club since he has come in since 2016, I think it was, yeah? One of our first key additions to the Klopp rebuild. Gini Wijnaldum has been a captain. Gini Wijnaldum has been a stand-up performer. Gini Wijnaldum helped us win the Champions League when he came off the bench. There are people in the club right now, players that we might like, players that we don't like. Players that I favour, Navigator, that don't deserve new contracts and should be leaving before Gini Wijnaldum. It's that simple. Gini Wijnaldum is an embodiment of this club. He will go down, in my opinion, as a Liverpool legend. But let's not let the journey end here. He deserves more, man. He really does. We're talking about a guy that stands up, that plays in, week out, always puts his body on the line. Come on, man. This is the guy that we need, man. You got to give him a new contract. I'll leave it at FSG. It's over to you, man.
Yes. Come on.
Gini
Big up. You know, just to add on to what you were saying there, even Jurgen Klopp said it. This Liverpool team that people admire so much and love so much because of what they achieved, this Liverpool team was built on Gini Wijnaldum's legs. That couldn't be a more true statement. That couldn't be a more true quote. I posted that earlier because honestly, mate, like the way people overlook what he's actually done for this team is madness. So fair play to Gini, Liverpool legend certified.
Facts. In fact, we'll go to Gini Wijnaldum next in player ratings. Just for start for you, Gini Wijnaldum, what are you giving him, bro?
For today's game, I'll give him an 8.5. I think handling the emotion of the event. And you know what we've got to remember as well, I've said before, when you know you're
Let me get my charger. Sorry just to cut you. I'm going to get my charger. You lot continue one after the other. I literally need 2 minutes. You lot continue, though.
When you're in a situation where you know you're not going to be at that club again next season, you've also got to think about, what if I got injured? Nobody would even pick me up. Nobody would want me. I'm going to be a free agent. And all of that plays on your mind. You got like Ryan Fraser, for example. He didn't even help his boyhood clubs avoid relegation because he was thinking about himself. Do you know what I mean? He just said to Bournemouth, see you later.
Great point. That was
so
last
the
season
fact
as
that
well, yeah.
Gini has even shown the respect to us to keep going in every game when we've had no other legs in midfield, when everyone else has been injured, to keep going, get the captain's armband. And yeah, we ain't been tearing up trees in some of the games, but I think it's understandable considering the situation. Do you know what I mean? And as James said, he's the foundation of what we've achieved. You know what I mean? People like him and Firmino have ran into the ground for this club for 4 or 5 years. People don't give him enough respect.
No,
so I'll give him an 8.5 today. I think he wasn't absolutely outstanding, but with all the circumstances and everything around, and he was playing the ball forward, which is everyone, I've always told everyone, it was Klopp's instruction for him to just recycle play. Everyone was acting like he was some crap player with no ability. Like, I don't get it. I don't get the Gini hate, but I'm going to give him an 8.5 today. And you know what? I'm mad emotional he's leaving. I can't lie.
Yeah, man.
No, facts. Say what are you giving him, my bro?
Yeah, bro, I'm going to pretty much jump on Drifty's back on that one, man. I think I'm going to give him an 8.5. I think it just made me smile so much when I see them driving into that little bursting run. I said, yo, this is what we got you for. And I don't care what no one says, yeah? He is the best top. I can't think of no one that's better than him in terms of weights in a man. You can't get the ball off Gini.
Facts, you know.
Like, I'm telling you, like, you don't have no show reel where you can show me that he's been moved off the ball 3 times. Like, he's serious.
Nah, don't off Fred.
Trust. Look at the strength.
Look at the strength. Look at it.
Look at the strength. He's up there, man. Like Hammer said, man. The foundation of our success, especially in the Klopp era, has been built on people like his legs. And yeah, man. Listen, I wish you all the very best, man.
Facts. Conway, what are you saying, bro?
I think I'll give it 8. I think, you know what, fair enough.
What's it?
Yeah,
continue. Yeah, go.
I don't think he was, let's be honest, I think he had a decent game today. There's a few occasions where he maybe mistimed the chat. Not like, I'm not saying fouled someone, but there was a 50-50, maybe never got. But you know what? I still think, you know that layoff he had to Mane and everyone's like, he should have shot. I watched that again and I actually think laying it off to Mane was the right choice because
this wasn't a great goal.
It wasn't. Typical Liverpool, isn't it, though? See, when it comes to the sharp box, we're terrible at finding, like, you know how you used to do FIFA?
I think he got caught in 2 minds, Conrad, though. I think that's what it was. I think it was, should I shoot, should I pass? And he didn't have enough time to really make the decision, do you know what I mean?
Mate, Drift, I agree. See, the thing with me, right, is I appreciate Gini Wijnaldum. James does. Me and James have had numerous conversations on his channel about, we keep hearing people say, let's get a Bissouma. Let's do this. I really rate Bissouma. But I'm not an idiot. I know how much this is going to cost. Just give Gini a 3-year deal. That's 5 million, and then there you go. Like, that's it. Football is not rocket science. Like, that's a logical FSG approach, right? Change your model for one player, and you'll save yourself 35 million. It's crazy. I don't understand it.
To keep a player. Innit?
Am I missing something? Am I missing something?
I want to save money. So that's the way they're going to... I want to save money, so we'll spend this much for 3 years on Gini instead of going out and buy... To be honest, I like Bissouma, yeah. But, like...
It'll cost you 50 million, because City will try and get him as well.
Here's the thing, though, lads. Bissouma, I rate Bissouma. I actually want him. But here's the thing. You swap Bissouma for Naby. Yeah. Why is Gini even in the conversation?
Yeah.
5 mil, guys.
You let Naby go, who clearly can't keep himself fit.
And you
replace Naby with Bissouma.
And Naby is a fee as well. So it's not even like...
Exactly. You could probably get Bissouma for about 5 or 10 more than your mate for Naby. It ain't even a hard decision.
Makes sense.
There's a lot of people trying to hate Gini because, like, see, the last 6 months, James, we spoke about this. A lot of people are trying to say, like, oh, this is Gini doing this because he's trying to play hard ball. I think it's very obvious now with the interview and his interview there, the interview a couple of weeks ago, that he does not want to leave the club. I've always thought he's a nice guy. We can't read his mind, but I think it's apparent that he's not like this vindictive person who's trying to, be stubborn to the club. As Drift said 100 times, back pay.
That back pay, Conrad, I'm telling you, bro. Back pay merch on the way as well, because I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm telling you. It's
No, do
crazy.
you know what? Do you know what's mad,
sorry,
Conroy,
mate.
on what you've just said, just dead quick, because you said about Gini wanting to stay. There was a video surfacing that just didn't really gain enough traction about 4 months ago of a Liverpool fan filming Gini, and he said that he wanted to stay. He was like, "I want to stay," but I saw it, and Jurgen Klopp said in an interview a few months ago, "I want him to stay." I took them 2 pieces of information, kept them to myself, and thought, well, he wants to stay. Jurgen wants him. You've got to go buff. It's not anything to do with them. Gini wants to stay.
So they're FSG.
Why would he
any
want to
player in
leave?
that changing room would have a problem with him getting 100 grand a week. No one would have a problem with that changing room. He's got the respect for that.
And
yeah,
you're
I
on
don't.
the same page as me, Conroy. Can you give me one reason why Gini Wijnaldum would want to leave this club?
No, there's always a reason. See, in some circumstances, there's always a reason. This is the one case, right, where I feel like someone has to tell me logically from the club's point of view, it makes so much, it's cheaper. It's so much cheaper just to keep him. You don't need a world beater in that position. So I know like Matt likes DePaul and all that. But for me, I think we all agree we need a striker. So, and we'll probably get a centre half with Kanate. So I can't get my head around. Football is not this difficult to understand, and I get there's a business side, but it's 5 million to keep Gini for 3 years. He wants to end his career at Liverpool. I think that emotional interview says that. James, I don't get it, mate. I don't understand what's so difficult about this situation.
Makes no goddamn sense.
It's a simple thing. It's so simple, guys. And I'll say this again. I'll say it one more time. Think of like Liverpool's best players since Klopp has come in, yeah? And Gini Wijnaldum has to be in the top 5. He just has to be. Think of his body of work, his performances and what he's done. And then we've signed players like Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, and I'm picking those 2 in particular because they are midfielders. And dare I say, up until now, we're not too sure whether they're going to go or stay. Now, both players are quality in their own right, but both players have had long-term injury problems, so they haven't been able to play any football. Are you going to keep a guy that's played week in, week out, who doesn't miss a game, always playing heart on his sleeve, captain on top of that as well, massive influence in the dressing room? Or are you going to take a gamble on the 2 guys that have had two guys that have had massive injuries that potentially could keep letting you down season after season? It is that simple. Even for FSG, from a businessman standpoint, you keep the guy who's reliable. You don't keep the guy who potentially can call in sick the next day. You keep the guy that's going to give you a 7 out of 10 every time he comes into work. It's that simple, and that's how I see it. It's not even hard to like understand and see where.
Especially
it's common sense.
For a season like ours, the best ability is reliability, and he's
100%.
been up. You know what I mean?
Just to touch on that as well, bro, because obviously we'll talk about Gini properly later.
Yeah,
this is a brother, who was the first person through the door, and you remember how Gaston was in Hyde Park. No one believed me that it was going to be a great signing.
Yeah.
And what's mad is 5 years later, he has not had one time where they've gone, oh, we're not even going to give you more years, but we'll just boost you up a little bit, bro, because you're important to us. He's seen people come in and get contract extensions. People come in who ain't performed as well as him and earn way more money than him. And what have they all done? Fallen by the wayside, can't play,
120.
whatever. And the man has been ever present. How many games has Gini Wijnaldum missed in 5 years?
Say about 5 or 6. About 5 or 6.
Yeah.
How many winning goals? How many top performances? How many?
Bro, let's not even
one hand is what you can do.
Let's not.
And you're gonna let him walk out the door while, no disrespect, Matt, while we've got people like Naby who are gonna be kept. It's a joke. I'm sorry. It's a joke.
And again, I'm saying it.
Joke, man.
I agree now because I agree, and I'm saying it now because obviously I don't know. Naby could be sold. Ox could be sold. Like they could there's so many players that could be sold, but right now as things stand, it does look like Gini Wijnaldum is most likely going to go. And even though these other players could be sold in the same summer, I still think for me personally, that is the worst move you could make in terms of how we want to reshape our midfield. Gini Wijnaldum should be the one that's staying. The other guys that haven't been, ever present like Gini Wijnaldum, put in performances and made as an impact as he's had, they, in my opinion, they should be ahead of him in the pecking order in terms of who's being sold. M to the O says, guys, part of the contract is guaranteed play time. We'll agree that he doesn't make the best 11 and in his peak maybe doesn't win a whole bench. Do you know what? M to the O.
I hear that.
I hear you, but
Look at Man City. Look at Man City. Look at Man City.
I don't think he said that though.
If you give him the right wages, even as I feels, I still think he loves the club enough to stay. I do.
Yeah, I don't think he says, if I don't play every week, I'm not playing. I don't think Gini, and again, I'm not Gini Wijnaldum's agent. I don't have any contacts per se to Gini Wijnaldum. But I don't even think it's that. I think it's to do with wages, and I think it's to do with length of contract. That's what I've heard. That's what I've been
told. They offered him 2 and he wanted 3. That's what I was told. And he's only 30, so I get why he wants the 3.
Football's not about 11s anymore. That's like fair play to comment and get what you're saying, mate. But I think if you look at City, you're competing with a juggernaut who's like 14 players in that team. People always say you're not going to start, but you're playing so many competitions now. You don't get away with 11. You need 14, 15 who can be ready for the full season. So even like if you have a Hendo, a Gini, a Thiago, and a Fabinho, like for me, that's you don't just say those 3 are going to play every game. Like you need that depth. And yeah, I agree. I think it's just a contract thing. He's 30 years old. He wants to be secure.
Yeah, and I don't blame him because he's earned less money than he should have for the last 3 years.
And it's his job at the end of the day, guys. It's his career. Do you know what I mean? And people are quick to say that. But if he's only on, it was at 80 grand a week he's on. Listen, that's mental
75,
money. Yeah, 75, right? So it's not like
mad.
Alaba, what's Alaba asking for? Alaba's leaving.
Alaba wanted like 280, I think it was.
I mean, you've got Eriksen. Eriksen left to go Inter. Now Eriksen's a different player. He just won a title there, and he's probably going. What is he on about 100 grand a week, or maybe 120? Inter. Munich can probably give him about 100, 120, and it's he's probably just sitting there I can double my weight. Why am I just compromise? Give me a bit of leeway here, and they're just not interested.
For real. Reaper says he might be like Thiago, want a new challenge. That's very true. Big up James as well. James had to shoot. He said, lads, my battery's low, so going to get it out of the way. Thank you for this season. On behalf of the Kopish family for your work, we value massively. Big up James. Trust me, bless the stream, man. He blessed the stream.
Listen, I've got to bounce, guys, because I'm supposed to be putting little one to sleep in it.
Bro, come on now.
Listen, I wanted to say, you man have been like Conroy said, you man, your work ethic, it's crazy. Do you know what I mean? I already liken you lot to the Locks, you know that already, but you lot
I know.
Mad entertainment, you lot are here, you lot show love. There's no, you lot like the gatekeeper. You don't have to show man like me and Conroy, do you know what I mean, love, but you do and I just want to say thank you ever so much, man. Make sure you man are absolutely smashing the light. You lot are doing what you're doing because these lot are the gang, you get me? So thank you.
It's just different, as Matt would say. It's just different, Kopish. It's just different, as Matt would say.
You don't have to be.
You're not gonna make me cry, bro.
Super chats.
I've watched far too much. I know your phrases now. This is getting ridiculous.
It's mad. When you say that, it's mad. It's mad.
When Matt said the thing and I got a Matt laugh, I said,
the Matt laugh.
No, for real. Come on now. Come on now. We do this thing, bro. Come on, my bro. Come on.
Seriously, love.
Part of the Kopish. Listen, I'll say this now. You man are part of the extended Kopish family. You know that already, bro. Come on now. You already know.
No, but listen, thanks ever so much, man. I got to run, but yo.
Bless up, bro.
See you, mate.
Bless up, bro. Yeah, no. Right, it's left to the final 3.
From M to the O.
M to the O says you're missing the point, Conway. We want him for squad depth. However, it's the player himself doesn't accept the role that it's not an option, is it? Obviously, he's still talking about Gini Wijnaldum.
But is it real that he said that he wants to go if he's not guaranteed game time?
This is what I was going to say.
Like something a player can
ask. See, M to the O, no disrespect. And again, we value everyone's super chat in here. And I don't want to say I'm speaking for Comrade, but is that actual factual? Because again, remember, there's a lot of speculation about Gini Wijnaldum. We've heard things from wages, length of contract, as you said, as well, M to the O, about starting 11. So I would say it depends what you read. And again, I think it's something that we just have to look at. And I think it's something that we might only know later on down the line. So I think it's a bit unfair to say it's definitively is this. And this is how I would rebuttal that. So I would say, let's leave it there and see what happens. Because I think with Gini Wijnaldum, the door's still open. The fact that he said, I want to stay at Liverpool, the fact that Klopp has said, without saying it, I'd love Gini Wijnaldum to stay. I think that kind of tells you. He's basically saying to you, it's up to FSG. And he's given that response a few times when he's also gone and said, "Oh, we've got bills to pay," or "We're a club that we're not run like that." Klopp has said a few things. We're trying to give you an insight, but he can't tell you directly. But he's saying read between the lines. That's all I can say, in my opinion. RGNLD Media, because I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Let's get to 1K likes. As far as I love it. Oi, if you haven't smashed the like, I don't know what you've been doing. We've had a massive panel on today, people. We've had Zane, we've got Conray, we've got Saint, we've had Saint, sorry. We've had James Redmond, Drifty, myself. Come on now. Cows, come on. All of us have been on it. Come on, man. It's been an extravaganza tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to him though as well, though. He's always like the fair point, mate. And I agree with Matt just on that. It's like I think with his reaction, it's more the contract thing. If that's the case and we're wrong, like fair enough, mate. But as I say, your comments are always great when I'm on the chat. So
yeah, no, into the O's a G.
He's a G still. I just think sometimes again, it's like it's hard to even say what exactly it is because we're all speculating. And unless you've got direct links to Gini Wijnaldum or his agent or the club, you're not necessarily going to know. And that's what I said before. We're only ever going to find out later on down the line when news starts to see part that it was the wage or it was the guaranteed playing time. So I would just say hold off for that and let's see what happens. Right, guys, let's continue on the player ratings because I even got to shoot myself, but I can't leave the stream. You lot are keeping me here. You're going to get me in beef and all that, but you know what I'm saying? We're moving that.
Tangent FC, we always know this, man.
That's what we do. But I've got to leave in about 10. So who's next on the list? It was
it's Thiago.
What are you giving Thiago to?
Spaghetti.
What are you giving him though? What's the rating?
Spaghetti. He's got the sauce. He's got to cover it in something, so I'm giving him spaghetti.
That's a 10 then.
Yeah, the ragu. And I'm giving him tagliatelle as well. It ain't no average spaghetti. I'm giving him the tagliatelle, bro. Now, he's different. He's different. I can't believe people thought Thiago weren't a good sign.
All right, Conrad, what do you prefer, the tagliatelle or I think how you pronounce it? Correct me if I'm wrong, people. Is it Fusli or like is that how you pronounce it?
Fusli, I think.
No, Fusli. It's Fusli. It's the twirly one. Yeah, Fusli.
The tagliatelle, I prefer that.
For tagliatelle. What about you, man, in the chat? What are you saying, tagliatelle or Fusli? Just asking a question. I'm not saying which one I prefer. I'm just asking.
Tagliatelle goes down better with seafood, innit? Like if you're having the tagliatelle, you gotta have it with the prawns and the mussels and the
Fusili. Yeah, someone said, "Oi, Fusili."
Fusili. Yeah.
Fusili. Oh, sorry, Fusili. My bad, Fusili. Conrad, what are you giving Thiago, bro?
Yeah, I'd give him a 9.5. Only reason I'm not giving him a 10 is my man of match is a 10. So I think he's great. I've always said he's going to be great. I just think this season he's maybe took longer to adapt. We can't say he's always amazing because let's be honest, he's looked quite erratic in games. And I know he's good at pressing, but there's times it's a bit like Fabinho's first season. He's looked like he's really had to. Like people forget Fabinho's first season. Like he looked like off it for the first 3 months, like he was getting every time he was playing, his pressing was off.
Getting barged off the ball.
I think Thiago. I'm so excited for next season with Thiago. Champions League football now. I'm just very excited. I think he adds a different dimension, and people try to say, "Oh, he doesn't work in our system." But I think when we get Gomez and Van Dijk back, or even today, you could tell he's got that confidence back. The first time passes, see that side. If he's at the right with Robbo, that scares me how good that could be. Because if they get a bond and Mane obviously gets back as well, because you remember Robbo and Mane on that side with Thiago switching it, there's a few first-time passes. If they get that and work on that, guys, honestly, I can't wait for next season. I think he is going to be outstanding. I really do. I feel like we've just seen a little bit of what he can do. He's got that confidence now, and yeah, I think this is probably the only time he's not won a trophy ever in his career at the end of the season.
I hate that it's with us, though.
But do you know what?
Always,
that achievement today, I think it'll be different for him to be in an environment like that. And you know what? He's went through the tough stages of it. He's looked not poor, but off it at times. But he's came out the other side. And I actually think that experience, I'm very excited. People love to, they're saying like the Spanish Andre Gomez and stuff. I think he's going to be superb next season. I can't wait. So I'm buzzing for it, guys.
Remember, I've always said Robbo and Mane are Jay-Z and Beyonce with that relationship there. And Thiago's blue, innit? That's it.
Yeah. It's like Jay-Z and Kanye watch a throne with Mane, but then like Kanye just not turned up this season. No, I'm only joking, mate. I'm only joking. No, Matty has. I'm only kidding, mate. But today they look good.
No, big up. V2K8 says Gini confirmed he's leaving during the stream. Rotted. Had to go. Emotion aside, in his 30s. We have Curtis coming up. Thiago, Hendo, Fab starters. Ox Nabia Younger, extending him the most likely to be benched makes no sense. That's fair enough, Vince, if that's your point of view. I think I would say I'm speaking for 70 to maybe 8% of the fan base. What you're saying may be factual about his age, and maybe Klopp might look at it as you're trying to, bed in newer players or younger players. I still think Gini Wijnaldum had about 2 more 3 years at the highest level. I genuinely do. And for his playing style as well. Remember, this isn't a guy don't get me wrong, he puts his heart on the line every time, and he's like Hendo, ever pressing. Like, they press all game. But I think some people are blessed with durability and some people aren't, and I think he's one of them. And I think he's a rare breed. Just look at James Milner. James Milner is... Sometimes I forget how old James Milner is, and he comes on the pitch and you think he was like 29, 30. Like, James Milner is of a certain age, and I'm not even trying to disrespect Milner. That's why I'm not going to bring up his age, because age is irrelevant. Because when you look at him on the pitch, don't think about his age, they think about what he does. And if you ask me, James Milner, whenever he steps on that pitch, he does what he needs to do. Dennis Correa, FSG Get Out LFC says, we have been rubbish this season. This show, we're still better than the whole Premier League. Instead of Manchester City with fully strength team, we go again. Obviously, we go again. Come on now. Mario Palivas says, bring on next season. Listen, as Virgil van Dijk said, it's the comeback season. That wasn't even Van Dijk's voice, by the way. That's just me trying to think.
I was like,
the way he said,
I'll be back.
It's the comeback season. That's why I said it.
This is so mad as well. It's so true. Like, people here, 30, we've been brainwashed by everybody in the football world to believe that a 30-year-old is done. It astonishes me how people think when you're a 30-year-old, you're finished. I don't get it. I really don't get it, man. It's crazy.
Francisco A says, I don't get why people think 30 is too old. Yeah, obviously. Listen, in football, it's almost like people think this is the unwritten rule. When you hit 30, it means like now you're going to be on a decline. That may have been back in the day, but we've got to think about sports science. We've got to think about athletes these days. It's completely different.
His missus is not watching this. I am telling you right now.
Mr. Nerd. My missus is 33. Do I let her go? Do you know what? Mr. Nerd, yeah, I'll say this, yeah?
Oh, no.
You have to decide that you're the chairman. You're the chairman of your own thing. That's all I'm going to say. Guys, we move. Buffon 43 in that LOL. That's from Ethan Abrahams.
And still winning trophies. Madness.
Trust me. Right, let's get to the final 3 now. Drift, I'll start with you. Firmino, what are you giving him, bro?
I give him a 7 today. I thought he had a good game, not a brilliant game, but he was involved. Some of his passing, I still feel like he's got to put more or less weight on the pass.
Yeah, that's like he's playing rugby, wasn't it? Everyone was behind.
That's what he's got to learn a little bit. If he's going to play number 10, he's got to learn how to put more or less weight on passes. That's what my problem. I give him a 7.
Cool. Comrade, what you said about Firmino, bro?
I'd say the same. Yeah, I'd 7. Like I think he'll be fine next season for a 10. He hates scoring goals, though, doesn't he? He just hates it. It's like it's like he just hates scoring goals, and it's like I think he'll be great. But see the space he used to get for Trent. So next season, if he's at a 10, if he gets the weight in the pass right, Trent can be. There's a few times where it's like it is forward. I was joking about the rugby thing, but it's like. Yeah. It's like there's not enough weight on it, so it slows Trent down, and it just it's always having to take that extra touch. But I'm confident. I feel like Firmino's been good towards the end of the season. People like to call him defensive striker, all the jokes and stuff, but I think I've got no qualms about him. I know people want us to get a Cam, but I think he can play in a number 10. I know Cal thinks that as well. I think he'll suit that, and it'll be less pressure as well. We need a striker. Because we need to take that off him. And we also need we need to put pressure on teams when we're not playing well and the system's not working. I think we'll talk, obviously should talk about that more in another one. But Firmino, do you know what? Good end to the season. I'll give him a 7 today.
No, big up. No, I hear where you're coming from with that. Listen, I went up you guys and I'll tell you what. Kana S says, Lovely to Graham Carter, Kitman, get a send off as well. Yeah, no, big up to Graham as well. Obviously, it's his farewell as well, just like Gini Wijnaldum. Listen, being a Kitman, you'll probably be so underrated, and dare I say it, this obviously in media you're going to be undervalued, but Kitman, it goes beyond the kit, innit? It's about the human being. It's about when they speak to you on a personal level. When you come in, day out, and they just have them conversation with you. It could be, we don't even know. Like, and I'll be real with you. That Kitman there could have helped someone play better that game. You could have had that one-off conversation where you're just talking to him, like, because he's your brethren, and you're just talking to man normal. But these things they will never get talked about. He's just seen as Graham the Kitman. So I just want to say, big up Graham. You know what I mean?
Bro, you see that title?
So undervalued, bro. And not undervalued. I say underrated. Underrated. No, it's underrated because we don't know how they value him at Liverpool. That's why I say underrated.
The Kitman makes sure that your size is right. If you've got a problem with your boots, he fixes it. He tidies up the dressing room. He travels to all the game. Like, it's more. He's more than just a kit man. Like, it sounds really simple. Like, he's a kit man. Now he's more than that. He's way more than that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man.
100%. 100%. Who's next? Salah. What are we giving Salah? Conrad, start with you, bro.
You still there, bro?
Conrad, still there? Can you hear us? Oh, Conrad might have lagged out a bit. Conrad, can you hear us? You still there? Conrad, can you hear us? Can you hear me, Drift, or is it me?
Yeah. And Conrad's still here on my screen completely fine, but I just don't think he can hear us.
No, he's got the perfect circle now. Yeah, see. Jeff, let's start. We might have lost him. Jeff, what are you saying, Salah?
I give Salah a 7 as well. Not a great game, not a bad game. Had a couple of chances that he maybe could have done better with if he wasn't rushing it. 7. I think he played all right. I don't blame him for going. I don't blame him for having that shot when Mane
was free. Well, there's a couple of times after. Listen, I'll be real. I give Salah 7 as well because even I think Salah didn't have that. Salah had a good game, but some of his decision making, and because you could tell he was going for the golden boot, he could have played in Mane. And I said to myself, do you know what, Salah? I know you really want this, but you're great. And you know, sometimes it's a thing where, because Klopp said it best. Klopp was like, listen, Salah's an amazing player. Like, and he appreciated his goals, but he just said appreciated the effort. You know what it is about Mo Salah, bro? Sometimes I think as a fan base, if he's not top goal scorer, we might like begrudge him or we might not think that he's been that amazing. Salah's effort in general, whether he messes up a pass, whether he messes up a dribble, we got to understand this man plays at 100 miles an hour all game, you know. And whether it's to his detriment or not, we have to give man credit. You never really see Salah shy away from a game where you go, he didn't want nothing. What it might be that it might be his decision making, but you can't not give him the credit that he deserves. I agree with you though. Salah gets a 7, and yeah, we move. Conrad, you're back. What are you giving Salah, my bro?
I give him. I thought he was good today. I actually thought he was. He passed it. He wasn't too selfish at times. He was at some points, but obviously the pass, the assist for Mane's second goal. So I'd give him a 7.5. Thought he was pretty good.
Today, I don't begrudge him having that shot. As much as I would have loved him to do that easy pass for Mane to get the hat trick, he needed one goal to get top goal scorer, and we were 2-0 up. I get why he went for that shot. I don't begrudge him. Obviously, as a Mane guy, I would have loved Mane to get a hat trick. But I completely understand why Salah took that shot. And I wanted him to get a goal so badly to just get top goal scorer, man.
Yeah, I know. Same. Trust says, Matt, are you still FSG in forward and why? Trust, I don't know if you've seen our streams, but I'm not FSG in. The last thing I said about FSG was even after the Super League, I was the one on the channel, and Jiff will even say, I want them out no matter what. Jiff was like, I hear you, but they got to give us our flowers, so to speak, or give us a little.
No, I just knew they would go anywhere, but that's why I knew they were.
Bro, if you've watched our streams, I'm not FSG in. I'll leave it there. If you think I'm FSG in, then boy, maybe I don't know. Maybe you just tuned in on I don't know even know what to say to that because I've never been FSG in.
I felt like Jody, bro, and like we just go accept that new youth just lives in the house now. He's not going anywhere.
All I'm saying is this, FSG, unfortunately, unless you can buy them out, they're not budging. Yeah, I've gone on record and said many a times they've done good in what they've done now, but we need someone else to take us forward. And I'll stress that again. But I'm not going to go into it deeply because I don't want to. We need to end the stream in a bit. But I'll just say it here: if someone else can come in and take over, I am all for it. FSG have done well, but I've always said this model was not sustainable because when you get to the top, you need more. You can't just rest on your laurels. That's what FSG have done, in my opinion. So I'll leave it there. And last but not least, bro, Sadio Mane. Conrad, I'll come to you first because I want Drift to end on Sadio Mane because I know Drift's going to go on a massive tangent and we're probably going to be here for another 5 hours.
It's all right.
So,
happy to listen. What a season. I'll be honest, guys. Maybe I'm not usually the most exaggerating. You've probably seen me other times. Sometimes I'm straight to the point. Monotone mic. Sometimes I am not messing about. But I'm going to give him a 10 today. Do you know what? At times I've said he's been wearing slippers on the field at times of the day. He's falling all over the place. He needs to check out his boots out sometimes this season. He's been falling all over the place and slipping. But in general, he has had, the worst season in his career. He's still been effective at times. He has. You look at his stats, he still has scored. But I think we can all accept he's not had a great season. But for me, that's a good way to end it. End it on a high, important game. He turned up. The fans were back. He looked confident again. He looked like this is a bad example, but see Yannick Bolasie, I think was a baller, right? But the problem with Yannick Bolasie is you can be good if you don't know what you're going to do, so the defender doesn't know. But to maintain a top level, you have to look at your game and develop. And I think Mane, at times this season, was overthinking. People are scared of him one-on-one, but he wasn't beating men. He was just wrong decision making, overthinking. Today, do you know what? Him and Robbo looked sharp. He looked like he was ready to go. It looked like he had confidence in himself. So for me, that's probably the best way to end that season. It's probably been a bit of a, not a write-off, but you won't look at it back fondly. Get the 2 goals today. Massive. He stepped up. I've said recently, other players haven't stepped up. We talk about Alisson saving against West Brom. He stepped up today, got the win. Forget about that season. Focus next season. People saying he's over the hill. There's a song by the band called The Automatic, and it's like, what's that coming over the hill, right? It's Mane. He's back. He's back. I think he'll be fine. I'm not worried about him. I think he needs a bit of a break. I think that's probably true. He needs a little bit of the summer will be good for him, and then we'll come back. We've got the 4 there, and hopefully a striker as well. And it just means he doesn't have to play him every game, because I feel like there's been at times where he's probably mentally and physically fatigued. So do you know what, guys? I am not worried. I've seen enough from today in spells this season. Man, he's fine. He just needs a break. The guy's played non-stop football for a long time.
Agree,
so,
fully agree.
Here we go.
And Drift, just to end the show with a little Mane dedication. I know you're gonna go on for about 5 minutes. You're gonna get.
You know
me
what?
in
I don't even think I will, bro, because Conroy said so much there that I know.
Like, Drift, you know it is Conroy.
I'm giving him a 10. He's my man of the match.
I'm giving
him a 10. He's my man of the match. Same thing. And listen, he's been missing the fans, man. I told you, the boys are back in town. It's just, it is what it is, man. Like I'm telling you, like a fully packed Anfield.
Geni's post. Sorry, Jeff.
You know what? I need to go and see it.
Yeah, even I'm thinking like I need to go and Sorry, go on.
Listen, in today's game, what I loved though was that a lot of what like Conway said it like perfectly. He has been just making wrong decisions, and I've said that to you all along. It's never been ability or anything. I feel like he's overthought everything, and when you overthink things, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You could even overthink how you're going to pour the milk out into the glass and spill it. If you're like, should I put it that way or that way? And then all of a sudden you've made a mess. Like anything you overthink will end up not going right. And I just think because he's been in poor form and he's tired and he's had COVID and all the other things, he's been overthinking things. It's just a fact. He's been overthinking things. It is what it is. But for you to doubt that he's still a good player baffles me. And I'll tell you something. This is how high Mane's standard is, of world class, of being a world class player. People have said he's done. Get him out. Over the hill. Yeah. He's finished. He's lost all of that. He's got 20 goal contributions. 20 goal. Hold on. How can you be shit
in his worst season?
20. Yeah. Who else in any of the other
in his worst season?
I'm sure somebody actually put up a stat at the beginning. I don't know if this is fact. so I'm not going to actually say. But apparently, he's got more goal contributions than Rashford this season. Now, I don't know if that's a fact, but what I'm saying is Rashford's having one of his arguably best seasons for Man United. And Mane, even if Mane's close to him, and you're calling this guy done, finished, 20 goal contributions, and he's done, yeah? All right, cool. Like, I don't need Conroy. You know, Conroy says so much beautiful things about him. I'm going to save my Mane rant for a special show where it's just going to be me.
He's not had a break drift either. Like, people speak like he's been dropped for 3 games. He got dropped, and then I think Jota was out, so he had to come back in again. So he's not even had a break as well. So he'll be
the
fine.
wickedest thing is, I don't even like to do the Salah Mane comparison. I hate it. Like, I hate that that's what we end up doing. But remember, Mane is also 1 year further along in the cycle, and therefore that means he's 1 year more tired as well. So you have to take that into consideration, which is one of the main reasons why when I look at the Gini situation, I think he's exhausted as well. So even when he's dropped this standard, the man has been running for 5 years. Gini and Mane have been running, and Firmino have been running for 5 years. Everyone else has got 3 or 4 years. They've been running for 5. In fact, Firmino's been running for 6 years. Like, you have to. Like,
I'm running. Remember the game tune? I said it again. I'm running. Remember the game tune on the first album, the documentary?
Firmino right now. Firmino coming up Forrest Gump, bro. Man, just been running.
I'm running. Oh, I'm running. All right, bro. You've been running for time.
It is.
Do you know what? I agree with you. I think with Mane, and we'll talk about, we're going to get to it tomorrow, we'll talk about Wijnaldum tomorrow as well, because we need to dissect it, look at the Instagram post, look at the post-match stuff, but I think Sadio Mane, for me, answers his critics in the best way this season. And dare I say it, I might have been one of them, but not to the extent of what you're saying. So when you talk about Mane not having his best season, I was one of them, because he hasn't been. He hasn't played that great. He's played in spurts, and it's been very few and far between. But he has had games where maybe he's been overlooked because there's been other players that have played better than him, and we still kind of feel like, right, Mane, like, you're still not doing it, but he's played it right. It's just that other players have played better. Now, as you said it, Jiff, he was brought in as one of Klopp's first signings in the whole rebuild alongside Gini and Wijnaldum, and he's been ever present. Sadio Mane is a warrior. For those of you that said or thought that Sadio Mane should be going, I'm sorry, I fully disagree with you, because he still has a lot to offer, in my opinion. Sadio Mane will get you goals. Sadio Mane will cause trouble. Sadio Mane, and I'll repeat it because I know Drift don't believe me, is world class. He is world class. And just because someone has one bad season, like I was saying in the last stream, it does not make him not world class. I was simply just saying he's had a bad season by his standards, and Sadio Mane, in my opinion, really came to the forefront when it was the 18-19 season, where unanimously and universally you could say he's world class. 17-18, there was a debate, in my opinion, because the whole adaptation period, and he finished with 20 goals. But 18-19 was the year when I said, you know what? Nah, he's world class. Like, there's not even a debate. There's no argument. There's no Twitter rant, Insta. Like, that's it. So, and I'll leave it there. What's this? Pre-Yank Raya, Mane is still the best. No cap. Listen, I'm glad you think he is, because Sadio Mane is one of the best players in world football, regardless of the season that he's had. Like, he just is. He's scored 2 goals today. Yeah, of course you can, Cameron. Of course, bro.
The point I was going to say is this is the best way I can describe Sadio Mane is, you know, sometimes got my opinions and stuff. See, when I watched him at Southampton, I always thought he's a bit like, you know, he's sometimes good, sometimes bad, but he's one of them. He'll never be consistent. He's a nightmare to watch, but very frustrating. And see, for 4 years, or not this season, but every other season, he has always been the most shocking signing to me, that is his consistency. I never, ever expected that. Even his first game at Arsenal at the Emirates, when he played right wing, he was so consistently performing that I never thought, you know, we talk about Balassi, I thought that was him. I thought he was a bit like, you know, sometimes a bit hot and cold all the time. The guy has just surpassed all expectations. And I'm a bit like you guys. I couldn't believe, like, fans, why we're writing this guy off. I mean, he just possibly, you know, sometimes just needs a bit of a break, a bit of the pressure can't be on him. He's getting to his head too much. He's thinking about it too much. I guarantee next season, I think he'll he might not maybe have the best season he's ever had, but he's not, as we said, over the hill. He's not over the hill. And I was going to try and get that. Folk try to say he's over the hill. Well, he's coming back, mate. He's coming back over the hill now, right? He's coming back.
The only reason
100%.
he went up the hill was because you get more momentum on your skateboard coming back down. That's it.
That's it.
Man said Tony Hosting. Drift, anything you want to say before we shoot, my bro?
No, man. Obviously, just over the moon that we got third. I was just about to say top 4. We got third. It ain't even top 4. We got third.
As Conroy said, I still can't. You know what it is? When we come on stream, I'm actually gonna deep it and go, raw. We went from a team that had no chance to finishing in third. Like, I would actually have to think about it deeply, and then I'll probably tweet about it later on.
The only thing that's annoying me about today is that Chelsea managed to get top 4. With a loss
I wanted Leicester to get it. Can't lie.
We all would have liked Leicester. We would have.
But here's the only thing that makes me feel a little bit better is like, destiny was that Chelsea was supposed to be in the Champions League because somehow that just is how it works out. Yeah. So getting 4th means that City will fuck them in the final. That's what I'm leaning on, because I feel like if Chelsea had finished 5th, destiny would have let them beaten City in the Champions League. Yeah. And I still feel like Chelsea might win it, but I'm hoping this is like destiny trying to sort itself out. So they're still in there, but they're going to lose the final, because I can't have Chelsea winning no final. And if we want to look at the form of Chelsea, if they do lose that final, how many games have they lost in the last 5? Tuchel is the what? I'm not saying he's a bad manager. We see how people can get carried away with stuff. Like, everyone was talking about Tuchel in the same breath as Pep and Klopp. It's like, whoa. Pump the brakes on that shit, okay? He's got a long way to go before he can come into company like that. Because as far as I know, he ain't even won a cup, a league, Champions League. He ain't won no major trophy as a manager, has he?
I think he won the German Cup with Dortmund.
German Cup, but not like
not the league, just the DFB.
Yeah,
he won the league with PSG in his first year.
I think he's been impressive. I've been impressed because I didn't think he was that good tactically. Agreed. This is the problem. It's like one or the other. There can't just be, oh, you're good, mate. It's like, oh, he's good as Klopp as Guardiola. There's no in between, is there? Football, it's just one or the other.
100%. Conrad, before we leave people, Conrad, let the people know where they can find you, my bro.
Yeah, so thanks for having me on, guys. I've loved that.
Yeah, of course. Come on.
No, honestly, can't believe what a day.
It's been crazy.
And this is the highlight.
It's been
mad. So you can find me. I've got a channel on YouTube. So it's Conroy Talks on YouTube, and at Twitter it's Conroy_H. So you can find me at that. I'll be in the chat a lot as well with the guys, because genuinely, as I said earlier, I can't believe this year. It's been a roller coaster, as Ronan Keating would say. We're not quite getting there, but it has been a roller coaster. And it's like, I can't believe we finished 3rd. Like, it's just been, I was saying we're right off the season. We're talking about missing, you're saying don't lose on purpose to not get in the Europa Conference. And now we're going to get the Champions League. Unbelievable. Can't believe it, but we're here. Amazing. Let's crack on, guys, because to be honest, it's a bit like what's that phrase? We've got, what is it? You've got victory, or the escape, the jaws of victory, whatever. When you know you're close
you've grabbed victory from the jaws of defeat.
That's what it feels like. So we've went from being first to being heads down to being never getting it to sneaking in the door, and now it's like we're all optimistic. So we'll be like, this is huge for us. I know we didn't want to say it with the Champions League, but let's be honest, guys. We're probably going to be 1 or 2 years ahead now. If we got to Europa, it's probably the building process. I hate when people say rebuild. That really annoys me. But we maybe not get the signings we wanted. So you know what? I'm going to say it now. We've done it. Here we go.
Yeah, man. Listen, that's beautifully said, Con. And now we can maybe dream of an Mbappe that in Europa League we couldn't.
Right, Drift, you said it, not me.
Sancho could happen. Sancho could happen.
That's all I'm saying. Now all of a sudden the transfer window seems a little bit more
believers now. We're believers now. Yeah, we're believers. But listen, guys, it's been an amazing show. And again, if you're just tuning in right now, I don't know. Listen, all I can say to you is this. First of all, you're late. Not like us, but you're really late. And secondly, Liverpool have now finished in 3rd place. That's right, people. Chelsea, they lost to Aston Villa 2-1, And Leicester, they lost 4-2 to Tottenham Hotspur, which means Leicester did not make the top 4. So they have it, people.
And if you're gonna, if you're gonna smoke Leicester and start getting on their back about their bottle jobs, they beat Chelsea in the final and won the FA Cup, and they actually lost to Arsenal and Aston Villa on the run-in. So let's compare the teams Leicester lost to, who had all the big teams to play, and let's look at who Chelsea played. Yeah. They're no disrespect to Villa and Arsenal, but they're, you know what I mean? Chelsea should have been winning them games, and they got beat in both those games. So if you're going to smoke Leicester, smoke Chelsea as well, because they got in there. They're holding on with one pinky finger. You know them ones there, like literally holding on with one pinky finger. So
100%, 100%. But yeah, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. As you know, same time again. We'll be back around 7 o'clock, people, tomorrow for the Monday Night Show. And it might be a little different, so stay tuned to the social and everything. It might be a slightly different show, and we will obviously have Callum back with us tomorrow. And say thanks again to Conroy, to Zane, to Saint, to Redmond. Have I missed anyone out? I don't think so. Was there anyone else?
You get over to Conroy Talks and subscribe as well.
Yeah, of course. Come on, subscribe to Conroy now. Come on, you already know. Conroy's the day one and that, you know already. But people, you'll see us on the other side. Liverpool have made third spot again with Nat Phillips and Reece Williams at centre back. We move, people. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.